Well, chat, I gotta say, Jacksfilms talking about Filian, not on my 2024 bingo card chat, but here we are today. Oh my goodness, hello everybody, good morning and welcome to the Vtuber View. It's so good to see all you guys. Hello. Good morning, guys, good morning. How are you all? I hope you're doing amazing. Good to see all of you. Welcome. Yeah, chat, you know, today was supposed to be a very special VTuber review. I was not planning on actually covering VTuber news. I was going to be covering only covering non-VTuber news today, but here we are talking about VTuber news anyway, so there's just no escape. What's up, Johnny? Thank you so much for 11 months. I appreciate you, cutie. Thank you so much. How are you today? Good to see you all. Welcome. Happy fucking Friday. It's fucking Friday. I'm tired as hell, but I'm holding out good. All right, that's all that matters, sweetheart. That's all that matters. I'm glad you guys are doing great and welcome in. Yes, guys, so I plan on talking about non-VTuber news today. However, unfortunately, looks like Jackfilms has been talking about Filian in one of his most recent videos, accusing her of potentially, allegedly, I have not watched his video yet, but I've got all this stuff around it, allegedly stealing content. So I do want to look at this video today, kind of talk about it. I have a good idea of what it is. I saw a lot of people talking about it a little bit. I think it has more to do with kind of like her not giving credit. I'm going to assume that's what it is, but I do want to see what he has to say. I know Jacksfilms, a lot of people have like mixed reviews about him. Obviously, if you don't know, Jacksfilms was the person that was dealing with a sniper wolf. I'm sure you guys remember that, right? That was a whole
why would you say something
thing,
so
like,
controversial yet so brave?
Well, I haven't said anything controversial yet. But yes, as you guys remember, Sniper Wolf went to, Jacksfilms' house, doxed him, pretty bad issues. So I'm sure a lot of you guys remember that. So a lot of people were kind of on Jacksfilms, supporting Jacksfilms because of that. However, I will say that he's been under some of his own controversies as well, chat. So I do want to talk about that just a little bit. I don't think there's too much validity to it as far as what I've looked into. But he did apparently have a bit of an issue with something before. So again, I do want to look at it. Some people were talking about BetterHelp and kind of like a scandal with that. I looked into it. It seems like he was under some NDA and denounced it. But again, I do want to look into it, chat. We're going to dive into it and look. So very interesting situation this morning, chat. We're also going to be talking about Twitter absolutely on fire. Everything in Twitter is fucking burning down, chat. It's burning down. Everything. Twitter is literally on fire right now. So we're going to talk about that quite a bit. And of course, I do want to talk about Asmongold. Something's going on with Asmon here recently. I'm sure you guys have seen. But just a little bit of a recap. Asmon made some very controversial statements, we'll say, that caused him to receive a 14-day ban over on Twitch, chat. Well, Asmon has come out and officially apologized about this stuff. So I do want to take a look at the reception and some of the other things. So there's always a fire on Twitter. Okay, but here's the thing, here's what I'm going to say. This one is actually Like, so many users are leaving the platform. I know this happens every once in a while, but this is actually kind of crazy. So, my problem with Jackfilms is he saw a couple of clips of Filian reacting to content without credit. I know he thinks it's all she does, even though reacting to content is the portion of content she does. Just my thought. Yeah, Lieutenant, I imagine this has to do with more about calling out with credit. I know Jacksfilms very like harsh when it comes to that, and I don't want to say I don't want to say anybody's above criticism, right? I do want to say that Filian has had some criticism. We talked very much about her model. You guys remember that whole debacle. I do want to say that she is deserving of criticism, but how much is that? That's really the question. So that's what we're going to dive into today when we take a look at this video and kind of talk about it. I want to give a fair take as possible because, I mean, there's both sides of the crowd, right? It annoyed the shit out of you. Why was that, Jinx? I mean, we got to remember, chat. Filian, at the end of the day, he did say that she is resolving with the artist behind closed doors, as it should be done.
You can help a thirsty pair of booba.
Who? Wait, who's the thirsty pair of booba? You know, she did say that she resolved it with the artist, which it would have been done in the first place. You know, I feel like ultimately, Jinx, I agree with that. You have to respect artists. I think ultimately it came from a place of ignorance. I think a lot of, actually, I'll say this. I think a lot of what Filian does comes from ignorance, chat. I think when we looked at the situation, we all kind of agreed it was just like, I'm the thirsty pair of booba. I hate it here. I hate it here. Yeah, so I think that's what we kind of agreed on. But nonetheless, you were definitely inclined to your opinion about this. And I want to have an open discussion. So we're going to dive into it here in just a bit. But how are you guys doing? It's good to see you all. Welcome. Look, I know a lot of people hate on Filian. Filian is not above criticism. I agree with that. He does need to be criticized where it's rightfully due. But I do want to take a look at this video and actually look at what's going on. Yeah, I mean, she did resolve the public pressure from the model stuff. She did actually, you know, get into... Filian did actually address the model situation. I don't know if you guys remember this. She actually addressed it at the start of one of her streams. I think it was IRL. Without, she did. God, oh my God, I can taste that. What the fuck, chat? She did actually address that on one of her streams. She did say, hey, you know, I'm working with artists behind the scenes. And that was it. So, I mean, at least she did say something about it. I will be fair to her. But you're obviously inclined to your opinion on that. I feel like she at least, like, addressed it and she's dealing with the problem. Not that she's 100% free of that whole situation because what she did was wrong, right? But I'm glad that at least she actually did what was right and didn't just, like, ignore the artist or something crazy, you know what I mean? What the fuck? I think it was. Oh my God. What did she do to Skull's Wrath? I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, Filian does a lot of react content anyway. She does a lot of like she'll do something, but she'll add something to it where it's like, oh, like play Dark Souls, but I have to beat the game before my laxatives kick in, or stream doesn't end until I'm 1% pickle. Like something like that. So we're gonna take a look at it, but yeah. Obviously, the model trying to market it when you have the rights.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now, back to our show.
I mean, the meme might speak for it. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. I don't love you, chat. I don't love your parasocialism. Don't look at me that way. I don't know who you are. I don't love somebody I don't know. Or laxative rhetoric. That's so bad. That's so bad. Well, we do gotta dive into what fair use is. Discuss that a little bit. So, thanks, you're sweet. I hate you, but I'm glad that you love me. Oh my God. Very interesting situation overall, chat. We do want to talk about fair use, and some other things that go along with that. But you know, we've already covered the Filian stuff. Elara, you may need to turn off the redeems. Deadman Dante, you might need to shut the fuck up and stop telling me how to run my stream. How about that, dead man Dante? It's actually my first Elara stream, quite a while. What's up, Jinx? How are you? Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of my new friends coming by. It's great to have you. I always get a little warm up before we dive right into the news and everything. So everybody point and laugh at Deadman Dante for telling me what to do. Imagine if this was your stream, Deadman Dante. Oh wait, spoiler alert! It's not!
Shut the fuck up!
How about that? It's a love-hate relationship. We love Elara. She hates us. Just like everybody else in her life. Well, yeah, I like to warm up a little bit. And then, of course, we dive into our news. So, honestly, I think the Filian drama will play out. That's not very nice. Honestly, I think the Filian drama will play out like the other drama. It'll last maybe a week before it's practically gone for good. Look, let's be real, Lieutenant. Most drama is that way. I mean, let's be fair, right? Let's be fair. Most drama lasts for maybe like 2 days and then it's gone. I mean, even any drama that I've been a part of, it lasts for like a day and then it's over. You know what I mean? So like half the time when people like talk shit or something, I'm just like, I just ignore it because I know everybody's going to forget about it in a day. Like when people like, you know, try to tear me down, which happens quite often now, chat. You know, unfortunately, I just ignore it. It goes away, you know. Last drama I saw is the penguin. How is the penguin? I really want to see it. Yeah, I really want to see it. Yeah, see, thank you for bringing that on my radar, by the way. I mean, I know that I retweeted your stuff, and then I think Rena saw it as well, so. You shouldn't lick there, Chad. That's not fair. I can't move. That's not fair. Only drama that lasts longer than those things keep popping up related to it. Like, okay, one drama that lasted for a while that should have was the completionist. That was drama that deserved to like exist for a long time. The completionist scamming people in charity was a huge deal that needed to be called out. Yeah, it absolutely needed to be called out. Of course, I tuned in to say normal stream Lily, normal stream Lily, normal stream Lily. Yeah, licking causes explosions, exactly. Doesn't it do the same for you? Yeah, the situation never got resolved, did it? I mean, ID10T, I gotta say that everybody pretty much, I think sort of followed Jinx. We really knew what happened. We dived into it. We figured out that ultimately he did scam people, but he did the whole bury his hand in the sand and ignore it. He still uploads content to this day. He blocked a lot of songs, or not a lot of songs, a lot of comments. It's really funny now because a lot of people still to this day still comment like scammers. Kirby! Leave me alone! Damn it, Kirby! That's not fair, Kirby. I can't move. Yeah, he buried his head in the sand. He deletes comments about it. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, people still go after him about it. That's just what I heard about the end of the completionist charity situation. Yep, he buried his head in the sand. He got called out, and he lost so many subscribers. I mean, but rightfully so. But definitely deserved to get called out for that one. I actually made a post on his stuff, his apology. And it was actually meant to be like very like ironic, very like tongue-in-cheek, very facetious, and a lot of people were like, how could you believe it? I'm like, wait, no, I was kidding. And I think from that day I've never posted anything sarcastic on Twitter because all these people came after me for like no reason. I'm like, okay, I was being sarcastic. Basically, Skulls was excited to be one of Filian's small Vtuber promo streams. But Filian ended it early before Skulls could even get featured on stream. Okay, what stream was it, Wrath? Yeah, what stream was it? Yeah, having like a facetious, yeah, sarcasm on Twitter, good one. I learned my lesson that day, Rain. I mean, normally I'm very sarcastic anyway, but yeah, Wrath, what kind of stream was it? Can you tell me a little bit more about it before I tell you how I feel about that? I mean, ultimately, that sucks. Don't get me wrong. That does suck, but I mean, maybe she didn't stream for some reason. I don't know. I'm not gonna say and defend people, but like, I don't know all the story behind it, so it's hard for me to say, right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it does suck, though. That's a bad situation we put into. Me being sarcastic? Nah, no way. No way. That's not possible. I mean, you can't really expect her to get to every single person, right? I mean, I want all the details before I speak about it. We'll see what's going on with it. Our shame, so drama or schizo posting. Here we go again. What? Schizo posting? That's not very nice. And that's not very nice toxicity. You know, some people actually suffer from schizophrenia, right? That's not really funny to make fun of. Yeah, that's not very funny. You can't make fun of people like that. That's not very nice of you. Can't do news to be sarcastic. It's crazy talk. I'm serious all the time, 100%. Yeah, exactly. Sarcastic. Damn it. Damn it. But I tell you what, toxicity, I can't wait to have a chat with you. A very adult and mature chat with all of you that are here today, because I know that all of you are here for that. We're not going to be lying and pushing false narratives. We're not going to be yelling at each other. We're going to have an adult conversation, guys. So I can't wait to really dive into those and take a look. Now, from what I've seen, chat, there's been a lot of pushback on both sides. A lot of people in Jacksfilms, especially on his video, right, which is his video. A lot of people coming down on Filian. There's also some other people, you know, talking about, you know, defending Filian, looking at this video. I'm not sure, chat. I'm not sure. You're so mature. Oh, definitely, Fred. I mean, this is a Twitch chat. You guys are very mature. Very demure. Very mindful. And nobody ever. What's an adult conversation again? I need an adult. I need an adult. Very demure. Very demure. Oh my god. Wait, no.
I am the storm that is approaching.
That's not very nice, chat. I can't defend myself. I literally cannot move. And you guys are going to throw that at me. What the fuck? That's not fair, chat. That's not fair. All right, look here. I got something to tell you guys. All right? I want all of you to listen to what I have to say. Mark your fucking calendars, okay? Because my outfit debut is on the 2nd of November at noon CST, chat. You better be there, all right? You better be there. Otherwise, I will find you. I will come to your house. And I'll, well, you don't want to find out. It's really bad. It's really bad, chat. It's really bad. Yeah, I'll point at you and judge you. So you better write that date down. Thanks, Dante. Appreciate it. Okay,
Elara's new outfit is the storm that is approaching.
I don't want to wear this set. Take this off of me. This looks so bad in 3D. I love how the arms just like, I look like a tiny little arms. Look at my tiny little arms, chat. I'm gonna grab it with my strong hand. Why are my arms so tiny? I love this. This is the way it was meant to look. Oh my god, I'm Red Claw. I have little Red Claw arms. Here, come here, chat. Here, come here. I'm gonna grab you with my little T-Rex arm. Come here. Oh no, not Deadpool. Not Deadpool. Biblically accurate, a largest dressed in Arby's. Yeah, that seems like a normal thing, huh? Normal thing right there. You know where I live since you sent merchandise to my house, so I have to be here to be on Saturday. That's true. I do have your addresses. Why did you give me that information? Why did you remind me that information? You're making me too powerful, chat. You can't make me that powerful. That is a bad idea for y'all. With your tiny arms and huge booba, I don't think you can grab us. Oh shit, they just like don't even extend past. Like my chest already sticks out so far. It's just like I can't even reach past them. Well, you know, I'm just gonna stick my drink in my cleavage. It's easier to drink that way. Oh my god, so chat last night, joke's on you, I'm my address too. Well, joke's on you, I can't read. So how about that? So I gotta tell you guys last night, played the new Mario Party. I'm very sad, chat. I'm very, very sad. When they said that you could play with 20 people online, they fucking lied. You can't play with 20 of your friends online. You can only play with 20 random strangers online. It's so dumb. So then you can play with up to 8 people, chat, in your group. Okay, that's fine. 8 people online. I'm like, okay, well, that's okay because guess what? We will play Mario Party with 8 people, right? That's fine. 8 people Mario Party sounds sick. Okay, but guess what, chat? You can only play certain modes. Only certain modes, chat! You can't even play actual Mario Party with 8 people. Yo, what's up, Roxy? Thank you so much for 9 months, cutie. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm so sad, chat. I'm so sad. I'm so beyond sad. When that happened, I checked it out. Yeah, I played last night with some friends, and I was really sad, chat. So I can't say if that was if that's something that you wanted to do. If that's something that you wanted to do, I gotta warn you ahead of time. But I'm still gonna play with some friends coming up. So yeah, definitely go. If you like Mario Party, I'm sure all the new games and stuff are great. But I was really looking forward to all of the people that you could play with, and the way that it was marketed. They definitely lied to us, chat. But, I mean, Nintendo lying? Surely they would never do that, right, chat? I mean, Nintendo's never lied to us, right, chat?
Nintendo wanting to end their friendship with gamers over Mario Party.
Oh, ironic. So true. Well, they definitely fucking ruined my friendship with them. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Mario would never. Mario would never, but Nintendo would. Yeah, it's not like they would have lied to us about Typlosion. No, get me started on Typlosion! I don't want to read that ever again. I don't want to pretend that that exists. I've read that thing like 5 times now. I hate it. I literally hate it. As per the Nintendo lawyer right behind me, Nintendo's never lied before. I've also never legally downloaded anything. Exactly, unacceptable. Oh my god, that thing was fucking wild. Absolutely fucking wild. What about slacking? No. Or artillery. None of those. None of those. Any company may focus marketing to show them really never lies and is truly good. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Nintendo just really standing at the top. I'm a believer in them, chat. They're just such good people. Just always believable. Not corrupt at all. Never done anything bad. I only believe in their word, chat. They're just good beings about everything, right? Please don't clip that out of context. Did you read? Yes, I read the artillery thing too. Multiple times. Multiple times. Literally said had relations multiple times. I cannot with this. I cannot with this. I literally cannot. At least we now know why we're called Game Freak. Yep, they put the freaking Game Freak. That's so true. All right, chat, let's dive into our news. But first up, everybody type news, redeem this last channel points, and redeems because I'm turning them off, all right? So do it now, chat, because it's going off. And we're going to talk a little bit of news outside of the VTuber space. So let's do it, guys. Monkey. Yeah, yes, monkey. Yes, monkey. Yes, monkey.
You didn't drink.
Get your milk, chat.
Why should I? I hate it.
You're going to be small and stunted forever if you keep using that stupid excuse! Shut up! I don't have to drink it if I don't wanna!
Literally what they did with Artillery and Lapras was they just did the same story but just interchanged the Pokemon. It was really wild and weird, and I'm not about it. I'm not about it, chat. All right, guys, let's dive into it. But first up, chat, it's a raid from Love Zombie! I love Zombie. How are you? Thank you for the raid. Welcome to the stream, guys. We just started our news for today. I hope you're doing good. How was your stream? Love Zombie was doing a charity event, chat. So absolutely awesome. She hit her goal. Congratulations. That's always amazing. Big congrats to you, sweetheart. Kimber get a freak on his payroll. Yeah, seriously. The first up, chat. I want to show you something really important, all right? Now, guys, I need a hand check. Everybody type 1 for me, okay? Everybody type 1. I know that you're gonna lose your control here. That's why I need a hand check, all right? All right, here we go, chat. I'm gonna show you something. I'm showing it all to you early because I love you guys, all right? Even though I said I hate you, I still actually love you. I type with my feet, sorry. What the fuck? Greedy concert, baby! Greedy concert, baby! Uncapped subathon, chat. It's going down! It's going down! I'm so excited, chat. I'm so excited. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So, everybody, you better write down November 2nd, all right? I am so pumped for all of this. So, again, chat, I got a lot planned. A new outfit, a new lore video. We're going to be doing a new original song. I have finally finished all that. Uncapped subathon and a 3D concert, chat. So, I hope I will see all of you guys there November 2nd. At noon CST. So I don't know, Sergio, our goal is to beat 106 days. For everybody that's just joining me, that wasn't here during the last subathon, guys, I went 106 days at my last subathon. It was absolutely nuts. Our goal is to beat that this time around. So we'll see if we can do it or not. It's gonna be great. Yes, Gabriel, people have told me that. Yeah, it's 106 days. So hoping to get to 107 this time. It's going to be incredible, chat. I got so much planned for you guys. That same day as well. Yeah, it was October to February. Yep, October to February. Yes, I'm going to do another one. It was so much fun. I got to play a lot of games that I didn't normally get to play. I have some really cool goals set up this time. What I'm most excited about this day is it's going to be a really long stream. So we're going to do the debut. All the lore and all the concert and everything. But on top of that, chat, I'm going to have some friends over. We're going to do just chatting. We're going to play Pico Park. We're going to do 2 Truths and a Lie. And we're also going to be doing Elden Ring multiplayer run with some friends. So it's going to be a huge stream. Like, I've been working so hard. New merch will be coming in December. That's a good question. Yeah, new merch is coming in December. So very excited for that one. So first up, chat, let's go take a look at what's been going on with Asmongold. All right, guys, I want to talk about Asmongold news for a second. And what happened with Asmon the other day was he actually received a 14-day ban on Twitch for saying some very, very controversial statements. Obviously, Twitch came down on him, and he did receive a 14-day ban. So Asmon since then has apologized. So let's go take a look at actually what happened. I do want to watch his apology. I just kind of talk about it a little bit. So, but ultimately, guys, Asmon actually decided he is going to step down from his leadership position at OTK and Starforge. That's right, guys. Asmon really stepping away from a lot of stuff here, which I think is probably the right thing to do. Ultimately, I think he needs a little bit of time to kind of, check back into himself, do a little bit of insight, some introspect. I think this was a very smart move. So let's go take a look at his video. Now, guys, I do want to remind all of you, I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about a lot of this stuff. A lot of people are like, oh, well, it's an apology. Nah, nah, nah. I've seen a lot of people that are like, Asmongold deserves to die. Guys, look, we're here to have an open conversation, and whether you like him or not, that's completely fair. I understand. I want to look at this video with a critical eye. Let's look at his apology with a critical eye. and try to set aside our prior judgments of him, right? Kurlitzer, thank you for 6 months. Guys, I will tell you, I'm not a big fan of Asmon. Ever since he spoke out so negatively about Fruit, I really hate what he said about Fruit, and he did not even look into the situation. And that really pissed me off. I mean, I know there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been so great coming from Asmon, but that one really just kind of, sent me over the edge. I was really done with him after this point. I mean, obviously, these statements were not good at all. So let's go take a look at his apology video, guys. I do want to take a look at it. Yeah, like, I mean, what I'm going to say is, apparently, if he is going to learn from his mistakes, that's a good thing, right? We should celebrate the fact that we held him accountable, and he allegedly is taking accountability. So, anyway, guys, let's go take a look at the YouTube video for his apology.
Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you all about what my reason was for getting suspended on Twitch, and also what my plans are going forward. I'm going to try and structure this video into 2 parts, where the first part is going to be me talking about the Twitch suspension, second part is going to be talking about myself. And the first thing I want to start off with is something that I know it might sound a little bit insincere because of how ridiculous this is, but I really mean it, and if you listen to the whole video, I hope you can see why. Everybody who's come and spoken out and talked to me and said stuff about me, aside from the, oh, you should kill yourself or something like that, I want to say that I really appreciate you. And I think this has been something that's a long time coming. And I actually think that this is something that not only I deserve.
Yeah, no, it definitely, Jab. I get where you're coming from. He definitely said some things that were unacceptable for sure.
But it's also something that I needed. And I want to talk about what the reason for that is, but I want to start off and just make sure that that's actually very clear. So a couple of days ago, I made some comments about Palestine and also about Hamas and, some just general, basically opinions that were trivializing the genocide that's happening there. And I don't really want to mince words or try to oh, I wasn't justifying or, promoting it.
I do want to say really quick, chat. Through this apology, I'm not going to really dive into the political part of it because I got to be straight with you. I don't know enough to comment on it, and that's not my point of covering this. I want to talk about his apology, not to justify or unjustify what he said. I think some things that he said felt very icky, and I did not like it at all, but I'm not the person to have a conversation with about what's going on because honestly, I'm just not educated enough to talk about it. So I really do want to focus more on his apology versus the actual political part of it. So I just want to make that clear with you, chat, because I can't really address it. If you talk about it, I mean, that's cool, but I don't know what to tell you,
I said something about it that was disgusting. I said that I didn't care about innocent people getting killed by another force, by anything. And I think that that's a horrible, disgusting, mean-spirited thing to say. And
yeah,
I don't necessarily think that it was really racist, really. But when I'm using language like Palestinians or the people there, rather than what my real language was, I've always been very outspoken and very against religious extremism. And
I think one thing to remember, yes, I'm not your political compass. Do not look to me. Do not look to me to be your political compass. If you want, more political VTuber, go watch Kirsch. Kirsch is very political. If you like that kind of stuff, Kirsch is your girl, right? I'm not a political person. I will never really get into political topics. I'm not your political compass. So if you're more interested in a certain side of, political stuff, you can go check in with Kirsch on that because that's just not my thing. If you support and have the same alignment as Kirsch, I don't really know her alignment, but whatever. But I think it's important to point out when you reach a certain level, guys. When you reach, I follow the person with the biggest booba. Let's go. Well, actually, Largos. I mean, they're not really the biggest they could be right now, but I mean, fair enough. I think when you reach a certain point, when you reach a certain size, a lot of your words that you say, a lot of things that you say fall under extra scrutiny. A lot of what you have to say has extra weight to it. So I think you can't, I think when you get to a certain point, you can't just always speak so freely. You do have to filter what you have to say a little bit. And I feel like that's just not only part of being professional, but just withholding holding responsibility, right? You know, Spider-Man's Uncle Ben was right. With great power comes great responsibility. Once you get to a certain level, guys, you really do have to actually like filter more what you say. You have more responsibility with what's going on in your life. You really do. It's something that you have to 100% consider. So that is something that I want to point out here. You know, through all this. Oh wait, actually, wait, no, I lied, chat. Never mind. Yeah, sorry, no, I got bigger. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. It looks like a fucking napkin. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god, chat. It's getting worse. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I'm being swallowed. Oh my god. I cannot, chat. I cannot. The Booba went plus ultra. Oh my lord. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
You have the biggest booba being a kaiju.
I hate it here. I forgot I had that. Holy shit. If I get banned off Twitch, you guys know why, alright? Oh my god. If I get banned, you guys know why. Holy gracious, let's keep watching.
I still am. I think that any religion and any way of thinking that's going to cause you to put other people in like kind of positions below you as like, you know, like gay people, women, people with disabilities, anything like that, I think that that's a really bad position to have, and I really don't like that. And I think that my
exactly, Karam. You try to one-up me, I'll one-up you back.
My fault here was that I was making a criticism of religious extremism, and I made no effort. And I feel like almost, I've rewatched the clip, right, or a number of the clips, and it's like I've almost made an effort not to draw a distinction between the two things. I think that a lot of us here can easily say that we're against religious extremism, and I am. But whenever I categorize everybody in the area as this, like, group, then I'm the...
Guys, if you don't come to my debut, I'm going to show up to your house and do that to you. That's exactly what I'm going to do to you, chat. I'm going to show up to your house and just blow it up from the inside. That's what's going to happen.
And I was the asshole. I had a lot of you guys tell me that. And it's taken me... This is what's so crazy about it, is that I think this has been going on now for like 2 years. I think...
So I do want to stop here a second, chat. Because I know that regardless of if you hate Asmon or whatever, right? Well, you guys don't like him. This apology to me so far seems extremely sincere. He's acknowledging that he fucked up. He's explaining the things he did wrong. So far, I gotta give him credit, chat. This feels sincere. Like, it feels like he's like, yeah, you know, I pushed a lot of stuff, and I never took the time to look back on it and check myself, and he's doing that now.
I think that I've been slowly devolving into the most mean-spirited, I don't really even know what the word is for it. Just like the most mean-spirited, rude, like nasty, like just callous, psychopathic version of myself. I think that I've been devolving into this.
Yeah, we're gonna watch later in today's stream. We're not gonna watch it now, but we are gonna watch Jacksepticeye's new video. And if you haven't watched Jacksepticeye's new video, I really I'm telling you guys, I really encourage you to just stay around just to watch that video, because it caused a lot of introspective for me. The help one, yeah. It is a very good video. It's very heavy. It's very good. It takes a moment to remind you guys, like, hey, like, there's a lot of negativity out there right now, chat. There's so much negativity in the world every single day. For everybody that's here right now, I'm sure that you go on Twitter, right? You go on Twitter and there's something negative. There's some horrible thing being pushed. All that type of stuff, right? I think everybody can attest to that. There's rage baiting. There's, I mean, for some reason, I don't know why it disappeared on my feed, but I was watching somebody get their eyes gouged out on Twitter. There was just this, like, a thing that popped up. I mean, just hate, vile hate, discourse, just disgusting behavior. I mean, horrible stuff is going on Twitter, guys. Absolutely horrible stuff. A Jacksepticeye, his video. Really just horrible stuff is going on, guys. Yeah, no, I really, like, it was there just on my timeline. I'm like, what the fuck? It was disgusting to see, you know, something so sinister and so, like, gory just to pop up on my timeline. I don't know why. I've never seen the account, but, you know, there it was. And guys, when this gets pushed on you constantly, when the algorithm is supported by stirring hate and stirring negativity, it seeps into your soul. It seeps into who you are. And none of us are innocent of that, guys, unless you push it out completely. And I'm going to be honest with you. After watching that video, not just the gory stuff, but all the negativity, I realized that I have fallen into that trap as well. I have had a lot of negativity come onto myself, and I've not dealt with it the best way. I've not dealt with it in the healthiest way. And also, I feel like sometimes I've said some things that are just not in a place of understanding and not being the most understanding that I could be. Because my job is to report on news, right? I make it my job to talk about this stuff with empathy and with understanding and to come to a conclusion that I think is fair. And you know what? I feel like so much negativity has come our way that we all have devolved in away from that, you know? And I think it's unfortunate because as content creators, do you know what content does best for me, chat? Take one fucking guess. What content for me do I get rewarded for most? Take a guess. I bet you will know the answer to it. Exactly. Negative drama. No, not even drama. Negative drama. Because here's the thing, chat. If you go and look at my YouTube channel, when I reported on negative things like fruit, Filian and stuff like that, I get all the views from that, right? And the streams that I make that are positive, where I talk about Iron Mouse breaking records and stuff like that, my views for those are not nearly as close as the negative drama. It's sad, chat. It's sad that this type of negativity and this type of campaigning is what's pushed. That's the narrative that is pushed onto all of us, even as content creators, even as people that absorb content as viewers, right? So it's hard. It's really hard not to fall into that trap, but I want to try and do a better job of not only dealing with this in a better way, but dealing with it in a more empathetic way and really giving you not only my take on it, but a take that's fair. Because I feel like sometimes when I watch news these days, or when I watch other people report on stuff, it's really, really just negative. It's really driven to one side. It's only pointing out one side of the story and never points out the other. It never really gives something fair, something just. And I really hate that. And I want to try to do a better job of that, because, you know, I really love that does a really fair job, in my opinion, is Rima. I think Rima does a wonderful job in giving you news that is very, very fair, very middle of the line. She'll point out both sides of stuff that's bad. And I appreciate that about her. But I get where Asmon is coming from on this. Because, guys, literally, negativity is everything. It bleeds into our lives constantly because that's what's pushed on us. And I get why he is saying, I become this really negative version of myself. Because it's true. That's what's been pushed on us. He's absolutely correct when he says that. It's all that's out there nowadays, and it sucks.
And a lot of my friends have told me this. My dad has told me this. He said, you've got to chill out. You've got to calm down. I've been like, oh, that old man doesn't know what he's talking about.
Exactly,
and
daytime.
I've finally had some level of accountability for that. And thank God. I look back at some of the things that I've said and done over the past 2 years, and I don't think that I've been wrong about everything, obviously, right? But there have been ways that I've communicated and ways that I've acted that are indefensible. And I think looking back on it, it's just disgusting.
I think it's so important that he took accountability for that. You know what I mean? Like, I would say for my instance, like the one I pull up is the stuff about fruit. For him to say that kind of stuff about her without diving into it, it is indefensible. But at the end of the day, like, I think that we can be mad and upset at him. And don't get me wrong, I still am. I don't really like Asmon anymore. But I will say, at least he's taking accountability for his mistakes. And he's trying to become a better person. I will, at least of all things, give him that. You know what I mean? Bro, don't believe anything you see on Twitter. Twitter is a fucking cesspool. You know what I mean? I mean, Rima got backlash for covering a story in its exact same fashion that I did. But you're here, you know what I mean? Don't let Twitter stop you, because Twitter is just a gross place. Yeah, I mean, he's taken stuff for he said the past 2 years, so at least he's taking accountability, which, I mean, chat, compared to a lot of other content creator apologies that we've seen, I think that speaks volumes compared to other stuff. Just to be fair to him,
and
at least,
it's
where
something
fairness
that
is
when
due.
you get lost in the sauce and you get fixated around like listening and reading feedback and, you know, just getting hyper fixated, this is like your entire life.
I love how you're bashing Twitter with the entire Vtuber community. It's based exclusively on Twitter. It's so funny to me, Silverhawk, because I used to think that too. I literally used to think that too. That is not the case. I used to really think the Vtuber community was mostly like, it was just exclusive there, but it's not. It's really not. The Twitter is so separated from what happens on YouTube and Twitch. It's kind of nuts. It's literally kind of nuts. So yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of V-tweeters and there's a lot of people that, you know, come out and have a lot to say, but at the end of the day, none of those people are actual live stream viewers, for the most part. I'd say that's a very generalized statement, but there's not a lot of crossover. There's really not. That was a huge, mind-blowing thing for me, Silverhawk. It's the same people that will say all these things horrible to you over on Twitter or wherever, right? They don't come over to live streams. They've never been to anybody's live streams. You know what I mean? Like, if they say, like, something horrible about me in defense of somebody else, they don't even show up to those people's streams. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's very detached. It's very interesting how that works.
You lose a perspective on reality, and you lose a perspective on the world. And I think that perspective was brought into perspective yesterday and the day before, when I was making
you get in the hole
like this. And,
you fall in the hole, chat, and you're just stuck there.
I feel so stupid. It's crazy. So I'm getting all these people making negative comments toward me. Everybody is telling me like, oh, go kill yourself. I hate you. Everything like this. Do you know who reached out to me? And they wanted to talk and have a conversation and see if I was okay. It's people that were Islamic and people that had fucking family in Palestine. And how humiliating is that? How absolutely humiliating is that? And these were the people I was trying to say were bad. And
I feel like that's gotta be extremely humbling, you know what I mean, chat? Yeah, very, very humbling, you know? I agree with what Naka had to say. You know, his apologies seem sincere. Their true apology would be to see how he acts in the future. Remember, guys, he's taking a big hit on his revenue. I mean, this not only hits him morally, but this also, you know, does hit him in the wallet. I think that that is something that, you know, is important to point out as well. So, yeah, exactly. Like, Twitter canceling doesn't mean anything these days because it's literally just Twitter. It's got to get over to like the main like stream websites and stuff like that. I can think of so many times where I've seen a streamer go through like a Twitter cancel and literally be perfectly fine. You know what I mean? So like, I really feel like Twitter is so detached from what actually happens. You know what I mean? Because it's easy for people to spout negativity and horrible things when there's no immediate repercussions.
I feel like such a fucking stupid asshole. I really do. I've always been a, you know, I guess like I've always been kind of like an atheist. And even as a young kid, I was raised Roman Catholic and I was always very defiant towards it. And I've always had a negative opinion of religion, and I've also had a negative opinion of religious cultures. And I think that really, I think that opinion is definitely shaped by
that's
the
quite
media
telling,
that I've created, and the media I've created for myself, and then also just the media that exists, the media that
I do want to just very quickly, chat. Like, I don't care how much somebody fucks up, whether it's Asmon or even me, chat. Let's say that you don't like something that I did. That is fine. Whatever opinion that you have of anybody, you are entitled to that. But I really want you guys to search for the truth. But also, nobody deserves to lose their life because of the fact that you don't like them. All these people that are like unalive and stuff like that, that is gross. And I do not accept that type of behavior. Absolutely horrible.
I've chose to seek out as well. And I think that media has allowed me to have certain predispositions and certain biases that the truth is that don't have any sort of relation to what my own real life has been experienced, or my own real life experience has been, excuse me. And so I've been spending a lot of time talking to those people, and I've seen people like fans of mine, like I had viewers messaging me on Discord, like, you know, why are you saying this? Like, do you want to talk? Do you want to, like, you know, I'm willing to talk to you, and like, you know, like let's try to work this out, right? We love you. And I scrolled up on their messages, and these are people that messaged me in like 2016, 2017, 2018, like, I love your content, I love your stream, I love you, right? And now they get to hear this from me, and I just feel like such a stupid, belligerent fucking asshole.
I mean, he said it, guys. It's absolutely true. I think that we look at what bad things that happen in the world, chat. So for instance, there's people that murder, and there's people that sexually assault people. I mean, these are horrible crimes and horrible moments in humanity, right? Asmon did not murder anybody, right? He said some very fucked up stuff, but that's also not, he didn't like actually like stab anybody or hurt anybody physically. This is his way of thinking that needs to be changed. And the fact that he's taking a moment to want to change how he thinks is so fucking telling to me. That's so important, chat.
Disappointment and hatred. Once you start crossing that line and wishing for death, you're honestly no better than the one in the wrong.
Exactly. And again, I'm not defending what he has said, because what he said was fucked up. But at least he's taking the steps to apologize and want to change his way of thinking, to change going forward, that he needs to do better, right? Which I think is so important. Look, I understand that we all are very negative towards Asmon, but this is not what cancel culture was meant to be. Why are we like cancel culture like ruin his fucking life? Cancel culture is about accountability. It was calling everybody to action and saying, hey, what you said is fucked up. You need to have some accountability, or whatever the situation was. We're not here to tear somebody down and ruin their life forever. I mean, if they deserve it, sure. But I don't say in this situation that that's the case. Like, we need to feel like what you said was fucked up and you need to learn to do better. That's what it should be, guys. That's what the whole point of cancel culture was to begin with. What's up, guys? Coming? How are you, Kitty? Good to see you. Welcome. Great to see you, sweetheart. Thank you for the raid. We're talking about Asmon's apology. And I don't know if that's a hot take, guys, but I feel like I feel like cancel culture is to hold people accountable so they become better, not to just completely desert them and destroy their lives. You know what I mean? Like give them a chance, give them a chance to turn it around. Which don't get me wrong, Civil. I think there is a certain point where you pass that. 100%, I agree with that. This year is, I'm not even gonna read that. I'm not addressing the political part. Yo, what's up, Doctor? How are you? Never heard anybody refer to cancel culture as something potentially positive before. Well, Countess, as far as I have understood, with cancel culture initially, it was to go after people to hold them accountable, and for them to be like, "Oh man, you know what? I fucked up, and I need to speak out and say, oh man, you know, I need to do better." But cancel culture literally now is just, I want to tear you down and ruin your life. You know what I mean? Exactly. So that's at least my thoughts on it. But yeah, guys, no politics in chat. I'm not even diving into that part into it. I feel like people only call it cancel culture when it's moved into harassment territory, but I think there's a book about this. Interesting. I'll be interested to read it. I think when it comes to the harassment part, that's too much, right? Like telling him to stop living and stuff like that. That's too much. Like, why can't we just like Asmon, what you said was wrong and that's fucked up, and you need to do research into the topic or whatever. That's what it should be, right? But instead we're like, oh, you're a horrible person. Go into his house. Burn it down. Clean his house, you dirty fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a shit that your house is dirty. I give a shit about who you are and the things that you say. And for everybody to continue to be like, oh, well, he's dirty. You know, oh, it's the cockroaches. I don't give a fuck. I want to talk about what he said. I want to talk about his actions. I want to talk about him as a person. That's what matters.
I really do. And I'm sorry. I really am. I think that it's extremely fair to criticize religious extremism. And I think that it's extremely unfair to categorize everybody in part of that group as religious extremists. I think it is, and I'm really sorry for that. I've just been a fucking dick, and it's weird because yesterday I woke up and I didn't know if I was going to get suspended or not, and I had planned on streaming and everything, and I actually got a text
started
message
as the
from one of
former
my mods.
Evan,
Said,
but it's not that way anymore.
Suspension. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it started that way before, right? It started as a way to hold people accountable. It's not that way anymore, but here we go, guys. I mean, you have Asmon apologizing. I'm gonna stop here for a second. What do you guys think? What's your thoughts about this? I mean, cause Shark, I see all these people comment, go on a live, you know, clean your house, you dirty fuck. I mean, guys, that's not helping the situation. You know what I mean? As a doctor, my dad's got your back. You know, doctor. You know what's funny? I started working out really more seriously about 1.5 years ago. I have a lot less back and shoulder pain because of it.
I remember I was like driving and like, you know, you'd think that like your heart rate would go up, but if anything, I felt more relaxed. I felt like finally I have a moment to just take a step back and breathe and think for myself and just stop, just like get out of my own head. And
I gotta say, guys, to be fair, and you know I'm always gonna give you the fairest take I see possible. I'm gonna look at all the angles on this, and we're gonna talk about some other stuff on the other side. I feel like this is a genuine apology. I'm gonna be real. I really feel like this is a very fair take. Yeah, no, I agree, Dante. That's the problem. If anybody has different opinions, it's no longer, you can't have a respectable conversation.
I spent a long time like just writing basically a list of all of these things that like I think that I should be doing with my life, and this is going to be
Shin Megami. And don't get me wrong, I don't like Asmon, but based off his actions before, but that doesn't mean that I don't think he can change. I think he can. By the
way of the video, comments that I made were pretty much about religious extremism. I think it's bad. but I've categorized a lot of people in that way that was unfair. It's wrong for me to have done that. I said something that was bad. I should not have said that. I should have chosen my words more carefully. I didn't do that. I doubled down on it. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. That's...
I mean, that's a big deal for him to say that too. I mean, I fit Asmon responses and change that, but it seemed like a wake-up call for him. I hope this wasn't just because it financially affected him. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's another part when I say it seems sincere, because I feel like he's actually like talking to me, you know what I mean? He's not bullshitting, apologizing. He said, I fucked up in here, and I apologize for that. So I agree, nerd, or I'm sorry, Nared. I 100% agree. I want to see the actions. That's the biggest point. So like, we can all be like, okay, that's great. I hope that you do, but I'm going to be looking for the action behind it. 100% agree with that.
It's pretty much, I was a fucking asshole. I was a piece of shit. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. And so, actually, I do know what else to say. I don't like making apologies because I think words don't matter. But I do think changed actions and changed behaviors do. And so you can take my apology as
fucking
hopefully
claps.
better content. And if you're not seeing that, I want you to hold me accountable. Hopefully this time I won't be stupid enough to ignore it. Mouth is pretty dry. Anyway, so the second part about this is that I want to talk a little bit about like my life, my personal life, etc., and kind of some of the points that I think that I've kind of gone through to get here. So the main thing is that for the past, like, I would say like 10 years or so, if you look at my life like this, I would have said 10 years ago or maybe 8 years ago, streaming was like this, right? YouTube was like this. And now I would say that my life and streaming are basically the exact same size. And what I mean by that is that streaming is my entire life. Doing this is my entire existence. And I think that the process of that has been extremely unhealthy for me. And
yeah, I want to tell you as a content creator that fell into this exact same hole, I have so much understanding and empathy for that, because I fell into that hole as well. My whole life became content creation for a while, and you guys know I'm a workaholic, but I've done much better in stepping away from it, because my whole life doesn't have to be just streaming and content creation. It can be other things, right? So like, you guys know, like, you know, certain nights I'll tell you the next day, I'll be like, hey, you know, I went out and did this thing and stuff like that. I force myself to touch grass, not only because it's healthy, but because my whole life doesn't have to be streaming, you know what I mean? I want to spend time with my partner. I want to spend time living life, you know, like, it doesn't have to be content. This is my passion. I love it. I love taking, you know, news and talking about it. This is really a passion for me, but it doesn't have to be my all-inclusive everything, right?
And I think that what it's done is that it's allowed me to become such a one-dimensional person.
Right, exactly.
I'm not even a person anymore. It's like
you're a streamer. You're not a person
or something.
That's
and
so
I think
true.
about like all of the, you know, like I made a list of all of the things that I'm not doing in my life that I should be doing, and I was writing it down, and I'm like, you know, fucking like, I'm just going and going and going. I'm like, oh my god, I think it'd be shorter if I transcribed the Bible. Like, this is insane. Like, like, whenever I have everything written down line for line, it's like, oh my god, I'm ruining my life. I've been existing, and I want to, at a certain point, actually try to live my life. And I don't think that I've been doing that. And so, what am I going to do? How am I going to do that differently? And what does that mean for my stream, etc.? I think that I'm going to cut down a little bit on streaming quite as much. And I think I'm also going to cut down... This is going to sound like... I hope I can say this in the right way. I feel like the main times that I laugh on my stream nowadays are when I'm laughing at other people. And I look back on videos that I did from 2020, 2016, and 17, and yeah, I've always been an asshole, but holy shit, I've been way more of an asshole. It's insane. And it's a night and day difference. And I've had, again, everybody in the world telling me this, including my own dad, and I've just ignored them. And finally, it's like, you know what? Maybe I'm an asshole. Maybe...
Guys, self-reflection is so important. And take it from me, chat. I know I'm very young, so maybe I'm not the best person to tell you this, but I take parts of my year, specifically to try and have introspection. Last year it was during while I was on vacation, and this year it's also was in August. I took a lot of time. I like to do it like every like a halfway through the year almost, just to kind of take some time for myself and look back at what I did, what I can do better, and just kind of look at where I'm at, right? But I really feel like you have to take time to do that for yourselves, chat. Whatever you're doing, whether it's your job, whether it's your life, you have to take that time to look, because you're never gonna grow, right? You're never gonna get better. You're never gonna look at the things that you did bad to improve on. And in a way, I do see where he's coming from, because if you never take the time to do that, it's gonna hurt you. It's really gonna hurt you. And that's just something my dad has always taught me, to do something like that. So even like with the Jacksepticeye video, like I took an hour just to sit there and just think about stuff.
Maybe this is too far. Maybe I need a course correction, which is why I think that like
Exactly,
getting
Chip.
suspended in this, I hope that
Exactly,
it's one of the
Chip.
best things that's ever happened to me. And I don't know whether that's going to be true, but I'm going to try to do things differently and make sure to live up to that reality. And so, what are those things that I'm going to be doing differently? The first thing is that I think I'm going to try. I've been very much
Yeah, I
trying to
miss
like maintain a
talking when we had
consistent
different
schedule with my
opinions.
stream,
It's not
and
that
I
way
will
anymore.
continue to do that. I want to get up and go to bed at relatively the same time. I want to live a normal life, and also I want to spend maybe a little bit less time streaming, and I want to spend more time creating my own videos and doing my own things and spending time on things that I really enjoy, and basically just like expanding my existence as a person. I think that ever since I started like OTK and I got involved,
I really think that Asmon does a lot of React content, right? I think if he just went out and made his own content, like just period, well, whatever it is, right, chat? I don't know what that is, but let's just say that he made his own content. So many people would be into that, right, chat? So many people would love that. So I really feel like that's something that's very important as a creator. Is you got to do your own thing sometimes, you know. And for me, I think that there's a lot of things that I do that when we talk about news, for instance, right? We talk about news, even though I'm not what's going on, and technically I am reacting to it. I try to at least like have a dialogue with everybody that we all learn something and we all are educating, we're all bettering ourselves, right, chat? But the other thing too is like for the first time, I actually wrote music and I'm about to release it, and it feels so fucking good to put out your own like content that's yours. It's your being, it's you. You own it 100%. I love that, and that feels good. And I think for Asmon, if he were to do that, he would be so much more successful because people want to see what he has to do, because I think that he's got good things that he could put out there, you know? Not what he's been putting out, because obviously that's not good, but I think if he did less reaction, more of his own content, that would be fantastic.
with that, and then we had like other Starforge and like Mad Mushroom and Mythic
Yeah,
and
he has a
everything.
base,
Like
exactly.
Honestly, it's been too much for me to handle. It's been completely too much for me to handle, and I've been losing my mind dealing with it, and I try to hide it the best I can, because you know I try to do the best, right? I try to do my best. I you know, it doesn't matter how hard it gets. You just keep going. You just keep going. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Eventually, it does matter, and I think that I've negatively affected a lot of them. And I also don't want to talk about that just in the context of just like this recent controversy. I want to talk about this in the context of the last 2 years. I think that I haven't really been able.
Oh, that got me in the feels. Yeah, that got me in the feels, chat. I'm sorry. I guess my whole life I was very much taught to push and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. You know what I mean? Like, so for somebody to say like, you can't just keep pushing forward. It does matter. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on, right? And you got to push to get to that ultimate goal. Like, it's hard because it's true. It's absolutely true. Like, it does matter to just keep pushing yourself like that.
Able
It's very
to
true.
fulfill my responsibilities as a leader in a lot of cases to them. and I think that I've let a lot of people down. And there have been things that I've done that are positive as well, but I think that one thing this thing has taught me, this whole situation has taught me, it's made me realize, is that I need to get myself in check. I need to get my mind under control. I need to, like, just get my life to...
I think he extended himself. He stretched himself too thin, chat, is what happens. And this part kind of bothered me because if he wanted to just stream, why did he start businesses? Why not just step down sooner and focus on what you want to do? I mean, Tyler, he probably has a passion for these other things, right? But also, like, I mean, having the money is obviously good. Don't get me wrong. I bet you that he makes enough money, more than enough for what he needs for himself. But he might want to do something like support his family, donate to charity. I don't know. I don't know what he does with his finances. That's not really my business. But, you know, obviously having more money and meeting other people's interests, it's a good thing, right? I mean, for instance, like we started a merch company, A and I. Obviously, I'm mostly a streamer, right? Why did I start that business? Because I want to provide merch to people that maybe don't have the opportunity. I want to make more money. And then also at the same time, eventually, I want to own my own agency. So you know what I mean? Like there are reasons for stuff where we make those steps. But I do think it's important to realize, hey, maybe I overstepped my boundary. I made myself too thin. You know, it's something you got to think about.
Fix my fucking life. Like it's insane. Like I think about it and it's just,
it's a passion,
it's in shambles.
You know? It's a passion.
Everything about my life is basically fucked. And I'm going to take a step back from all of that. I'm going to step away from my leadership position and OTK and Starforge and everything. I want to, and they're fine with that.
I do want to point out really quick, chat. From somebody that has had to be in charge of other people, for him to step away from leadership positions, I feel like is the most like correct thing that you could do. Like, I don't want to gas him up too much because, again, the stuff that he said was fucked up. The things that he's done are fucked up. But at least he's taking the right steps to make it right. You know what I mean, chat? Like, I think that was, like, probably the very best thing that you could have done. Literally, chat. Like, for him to step away from leadership, I think that was a really big deal.
Respect that, and I want to do this, and I want to do this not only for them, but mainly for myself, so I can be a better version of myself for everyone. And I want to apologize to all you guys, my viewers, that I don't think I've lived up to that. I think that I can be a lot better than what I am right now, and I don't even think that I've been putting in half the effort that I should be in the way that I should be, and I'm sorry. And so my plan is to, when I get unbanned, I'll keep streaming regularly, right? And I want to focus more on trying to do
I just want to see it in action. That's the big thing.
Trying to laugh more with people rather than at people. I'll still laugh at people every once in a while, okay? Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. But it's about a focus, and it's about a tone. I listen to my tone in the clip, and I just
I agree. I think this is a really good apology video.
Really, at the end of the day, I sound like a piece of shit.
I mean, at least he didn't fucking pull out the ukulele, right?
Person. And it's just so mean-spirited and callous and just mean. And I don't want to be that person anymore. And I've spent a long time growing up. The time I did, I was an r/atheism enjoyer. I have a very negative opinion of a lot of religions. I've had the experience firsthand of the negative effects of Christianity and, you know, the way that I view that. And I've always read a lot of very bad things about Islam. And I've made a lot of criticisms of it. I've talked to a lot of people about it.
Yeah, no, that's fair to you.
I've heard a lot about it.
That's absolutely fair.
And I've been like watching things about it, and I've been like hearing people telling me this is the way it is, but I've never seen it. And I actually think that after all this, I think towards the end of next year, I think I'd like to visit the Middle East and see it for myself. I want to see it for a historical perspective, right? I would love to go to Istanbul in Turkey. There's no ulterior motive there at all. But it's not just that. I'd love to visit places like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, any of the other places.
At least he wants to educate himself, you know?
and this is the worst thing about what I said, some of the places that I would want to visit, I might not be able to.
Yeah, like, this is what I don't understand. HG, so you can still be critical of his actions. I like him as a streamer, while being respectful and supportive of his attempts to change his behavior. I don't understand why people aren't celebrating the fact that by their own means, they actually won. You know what I mean? Because technically, your whole point of calling him out on this is to get him to acknowledge he fucked up and change his way of thinking. I don't get why most people aren't fucking like, you know, throwing confetti in there, because they got what they wanted. They got him to backstep and go, oh my God, I fucked up, you're right. Isn't that the whole point of calling him out? Yeah, exactly. They just don't want to win. They just want blood, which is really sad, but not too convinced, to be honest, because of what was said on Reddit immediately after putting this video. Yeah, you know, I saw that stuff on Reddit. I don't know. I don't know how much I want to read into it, but we'll see. I mean, again, I want to see what I want to see his actions. You know what I mean?
Because of the way that they're like, just the internal strife, the actual literal.
I'm gonna show you.
That are going on. People being literally killed
after the video
there, and I might not be able to do that, but I want to do it, and I want to see it for myself, because I don't like believing what people tell me, and I think that when I do,
no,
I end
Mango,
up
that's
being a
next.
fool. And I want to see it. I want to see it for myself, and I want to experience it, and I want to live my life.
I agree, Amber.
And I'm going to try to, like, I don't know, like, clean up part of my house. I'm going to try to do this, and I'm not going to hire a cleaner. As I
Well, wait, what did he say?
I'm going to try to, like, I don't know, like, clean up part of my house. I'm going to try to do this, and I'm not going to hire a cleaner. As I said, I was raised Roman Catholic.
He's going to clean his house by himself? Holy shit. I would not even wish that on my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish my worst enemy that to clean his house. Holy shit.
I view this as a penance. And
that's insane.
I think I need to do this for myself. I need to take accountability for bad things that I've done, and for letting my life get this out of control. And I don't need to get out of jail free card. So I need to do that for myself, and for my own closure as well. And I think also,
you know he's serious.
I want to live for the idiots out there that, you know, they're you know, like, looking to me to be a role model, right? Oh, not a good idea. But there are people that will see that, and they'll think maybe to themselves, maybe I should do the same thing.
That's crazy.
If I can do that for one person,
his house is disgusting.
I've already done it for myself. I've already done a good thing, and so it could only get better. And so that's what my plan is.
Crazy.
I'm going to try to, like, rethink my life. I have had a lot of people.
We're gonna find the fucking holy grail in there.
People I would have never expected to reach out to me in ways that I never expected, and I understand that.
No, he said he's not going to hire anybody.
I'm still very critical about, you know, religious fundamentalism, right? But when you
he said he's not going to hire anybody. He's going to do it himself.
An entire group of people. You're not. You're just being a fucking. You're being a piece of shit. It's like people said it was racist. I didn't mean it as racist, but if you listen to what I said, it's easy that you could assume that. So easy. And so I'm just a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking moron. I've been an asshole. I think that I've devolved for the last 2 years. I think that I've negatively affected other people too, in ways that
absolutely.
I hate. I don't even hate to say this. Like, I think I need to say this. I need to say it more. I've negatively affected people in ways that I regret. I think whenever.
Guys, I think often about the responsibility I have when I talk to you guys on stream, right? Like, I have to be careful with what I say, because everything I do is under scrutiny, but also at the same time, I have to be careful because it can affect you guys as my viewers, right? If I tell you guys that this person is bad, I have to mean it. You know what I mean? Like, when we reported on Crafty on Wednesday, I had to 100% understand the situation and mean what I said. Because when I tell you guys this, when I tell you that this person is categorically bad and I report on it, I have to know and I have to mean, and I have that responsibility, those words exiting my mouth, you know?
I go back live again, I'll probably talk about that more, and, you know, like, there's some just different people I kind of want to apologize to and, you know, take accountability for things that I've said.
Yeah, sure, we're going to look at it,
that negatively affected other people in ways that were unfair and wrong. And that's what my plan is. That's about it. I want to say that I hope that now, after you've heard what I have to say, that a lot of you all can see kind of why I'm saying that I appreciate this. I really think that this is something I needed, and I hope that this is the next part.
Yeah, it's going to take a while, right, chat?
And
nobody
I
changes
want you guys
immediately.
to hold me accountable to that. So if I'm being a fucking asshole again, if I'm being mean, if I'm just being callous, acting like a psychopath,
yeah, same Misty. I have to force myself
outside of a WoW raid,
because I immediately am like,
but really,
I'm like, wait,
laughing at people's misfortune. Try to say, man, just chill the fuck out, stop it. Just stop. And I'm gonna do my best to listen. I spent 2 years ignoring it, and look where it got me. This is not even the tip of the iceberg of the problems in my life.
Well, Red Claw is stinky. And, that's a fact. That's not even an opinion.
I want to thank everybody for making me aware that that's the case.
Yeah, same Sugar Lily.
And hopefully I can avoid the iceberg, right?
There's a lot of things I'm not very upfront. There's a lot of things I don't just like outright state, but there are a lot of things I do outright state, you know?
I'm sorry for a lot of people I let down, not just with comments like this.
But it's only been really passionate about it.
The way I've been doing things in general. I think that
it's really sad that we can't have open conversations anymore.
Than what you've been getting. And I hope that I can live up to that in the future. And I don't even want to think about it in the future, right? As soon as I get unbanned, the best apology is better content, change behavior.
Yeah,
that's what I hope to do. So yeah, anyway guys, I'm just gonna focus on myself for a while, try to improve my own life, and there's a lot of things I think, again, I'll probably talk about more whenever I go live again.
Yeah, it's absolutely Coach Sugar Lily. You can't do that.
Weeds, like personal stuff.
No, there's no open logical discussion anymore.
Overall, that's the big picture. That's where I'm at. And so, anyway, that's about all I've got. And I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to try to just take this time off to, really kind of fix my shit. So, yeah, anyway, guys, that's about it. I'll see you later. Bye.
So, guys, that is Asmongold's apology video. What did you guys think of it? I wanted to show you, of course, some reactions to this stuff, and what people were saying about it. So, first up, of course, Pirate Software actually spoke out. On the wake of this ban, Asmongold put out an apology video talking about his conduct. Sometimes apology videos come across as meaningless, which I absolutely 100% agree. We're going to talk about that later, Vexum. I just would it's not. Been watching it for years since all his content slowly changed into angry takes and lashing out. Got to see the self-reflection and plan to move back to better times. Just need action to fit the words now. Very based, as always, here from Pirate Software. Absolutely agree with that. Of course, OTK, his actual network, did speak out as well. They said a few days ago, Zach Asmongold made some comments that, even in his own words, were disgusting. OTK denounces all forms of discrimination and violence, and that sort of behavior cannot be tolerated. Yesterday evening, we spoke with Zach, and he'll be stepping away from his role at OTK and our affiliate companies Starforge, Mythic, and Mad Mushroom. In our conversation, Zach venomously expressed a desire to change his life and broaden his perspective. Earlier today, he posted a video detailing his thoughts on his comments, along with the changes he plans on making moving forward. Yeah, about the same, Sugar Lily. I agree 100% with Pirate Software. I feel like his apology was sincere, so let's just see the change. We hope Zach remains committed to the promise he has made to us, the community, and to himself. In the meantime, OTK will continue fostering an open and inclusive work environment dedicated to producing the best live streaming content possible for our community and partners. So, OTK definitely speaking out. Very important to get something from them as well. Of course, Gotcha Smack. He said something as well. So Gotcha Smack saying, Asmongold's apology is precisely what I expect a man to do. When they screw up, he owned it and accepted accountability while also stepping down from leadership because he knows that impacts his work family by remaining present. I think that's a good point that nobody's talked about yet. I look forward to seeing the actions you spoke of in his latest video. This man's lifestyle needs to be stopped. Doing this is very difficult to do for the majority, and often at times, that majority can do it, will not be able to do it, and will provide the harshest form of judgment and malice. They're usually the quickest to speak up on others' mistakes. Very true. content creation is a very judgmental space for sure. His mistake was not giving an opinion. It was being inconsiderate, the innocent that are caught in the crosshairs of a vile war that have only known survival in its most raw, bare bones form. Privilege will do that to you. Happens to all humans on a daily basis, including myself. You get comfortable with the life you live and become ignorant of lives that others live. Humans are forgetful and deeply flawed beings. Asmon is a 95-5 ratio good takes. The bad, in my opinion, which is more than I could say for 99% of the internet. Very true. The internet is comprised of cowards who are novices in the game of life. Their backs are built on sand castles. Asmon is not a bad person. Just proof that he too can be an absolute idiot, just like the rest of us. I think it's very important that we don't always talk, chat, about the fact that when we go onto Twitter, right, we see these people, we see everybody on Twitter, and they very much are like, oh, you fucked up, you're a horrible person, blah, 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 blah. Right, chat? But we never take the time to acknowledge that the same people that are yelling at you are also flawed humans that make mistakes. We all make mistakes, chat. I think about that often where I have people say really negative things to me in the light of stuff, you know, and I'm just like, why would you say this stuff? Because I promise you've done something worse, if not worse. Let me show you guys really quickly. I'm going to show you something really quick. I'm just going to use this as an example. But, so, you know, X said that they're going to do change how the block function works. Right? Okay, so I'm like, isn't this against the Apple and Google Store's terms of service? And this is the reply I got. And it just makes me think. I'm just like, what kind of person wants to post this kind of stuff, but not acknowledge that by them saying it, it's just as fucked up? You know what I mean? Like, for them not to take any introspection and accountability, it continues a cycle of hatred. Absolutely. It's very crazy to me that, you know, again, they're named burner account number 3, so I don't expect much, but, you know, I think about that, right, chat? How it just continues. It just continues and continues. So, very, very interesting. I did want to also look here also at Mad Mushroom. Mad Mushroom did, of course, hi Daisy, how are you? So Mad Mushroom, of course, is this indie game publisher that he works with. I'm excited. They said we exist to empower developers from all cultures and backgrounds to share their stories and passions through their art. The viewpoints shared by Asmongold on Monday are not only unethical to our mission, but Zach will be stepping away from his leadership role in Mad Mushroom to work on himself and to hold himself accountable. The team at Mad Mushroom will continue to work towards upholding our values and raising up talented independent developers to bring their games to life. So I felt like that was really, really good. Of course, for him to step away. And then finally, chat, you know, Pirate Software, just one more time. I'm talking about reading through all the replies on Asmongold's posts. Lots of odd takes on both sides coming in. He's irredeemable for doing nothing wrong in the first place. For those who think he's irredeemable, what if you're wrong? The first chance of real change in his behavior, and the go-to is to hit him with a stick. You're creating an environment that only promotes further sliding into that character, because then at least he has acceptance. Polarized environments don't help breed change. They just enforce more polarization. Would you rather someone with a massive following to self-reflect in wrongdoing or to be pushed further into a hateful state? What kind of example is this even being set here? Exactly. Fucking preach. But does he think he did nothing wrong? He admitted he was wrong multiple times. Yeah, I don't think anybody can say that he wasn't wrong, because he admits that he was wrong. It was a reductive, hateful, and needless. There's no questioning this at this point and claiming it to be true. This reinforces the echo chamber. The internet is a small place, but the world is larger than your take on it. Both extreme stances on this argument are absurd to me. I spend my time fostering a community when failure is not an end, but a beginning to grow. What happened to those days, chat? When I was in a professional lifestyle, we looked at failure as a good thing, right? It was a start to becoming better. And now we look at failure as that's the end and an excuse to put people down. And I really hate that. What's up, Tokum? The first step is always and will be introspection and self-reflection. For those that claim they lost faith in me and will no longer watch my content, you were watching anyway if this is a surprise to you. Boom, got him. All the people that ever told me It's really funny. I recently had an issue, chat. For anybody that's here or new here, I recently had an issue. I was talking about something about a sexual assault case. And I spoke about this stuff. All the information was publicly available. I made a video on it. However, the victims were upset that I spoke about it. I took the video down at their request because I wanted to honor their wishes, right? Because I'm here to support the victims and to, make their story heard. I had a lot of people that were not happy with that did come after me. And I had a lot of people say like, oh, well, I'm not going to watch your content and stuff like that. Or, I'm horribly disappointed in you. I'm never going to watch you again. I found it so funny because a lot of these people that were commenting on and saying those things were not people that watched my content to begin with, or people that actually supported me to begin with. And I think it's a very interesting thing for him to point out. Because I feel like some people it's almost like a weapon. Like people weaponize that. Oh, well, you lost me as a viewer. You lost my support. But I'm going to go back to what I mentioned to you earlier, Silverhawk. Twitter and live streams are so disconnected for the most part. I don't think that half the people that are on Twitter, heck, even 1% of them, actually come and watch your live stream or support you or even want to support you. I know for Twitter, I have a very popular account because I post a lot of memes. I post a lot of, funnies, and I think a lot of people, follow me because of that, but they don't actually support my content outside of that. You know what I mean? The cancel culture can often force people to feel the need to double down and justify rather than take accountability. Exactly. If you're wrong in the internet, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Does that make sense, chat? Does that make sense what I just said? Doesn't mean he will come out of this person you want him to be. Likely not, but I can both denounce his awful behavior and positively reinforce his good behavior. Exactly. Exactly, Maro. And for other people that are on Twitter that, push these agendas of hate, right? That push these agendas of just being a hateful person. All it is a bit of serotonin for them today. Whatever they want to do, justify virtue signaling or to speak out about something that they feel passionate about. It can be one or the other, anywhere in between. Normally, I find that these things are more negative. They come from a more spiteful place, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, when this kind of stuff happens, right, where people, do this kind of stuff, half of the time they never really supported your stuff to begin with, right? And I think that's always important to remember. It's been a big lesson for me is I used to take, most people who say to support you don't, they want you to support them, yeah. When people are very hateful and say this kind of stuff, 99% of it is just people that don't actually care about you or your content, right? And that really goes for Twitter in a big way. Really, really goes for Twitter in a big way. I've learned this in such a large thing because I'll tell you an instance that I had, and I think I poured myself into it, and I cried for days over this, only to realize that it didn't really matter. So I'll tell you a case, chat. So if you're still here with me, type 1, because this one's pretty important. And I want all of you guys to hear this, because it's important for you. It's important for all content creators, and even as viewers. I had a tweet made about me where they were saying that they did not like my coverage of something, right? And they proceeded to dog on me, and it was in a very public space on Twitter. It wasn't like through a DM or anything like that. They just really dogged on me about my coverage, and it was all very hateful, so on and so forth. And it really upset me quite a bit, right? Because number one, nobody wants to be talked about negatively, especially about something you're passionate about. And then number two, reading some of these comments, it was just hateful, guys. I mean, there were comments on there. People were telling me to unalive myself. People were telling me, I was a bitch. Horrible, horrible stuff, right, chat? But I realized at the end of the day, all of these people that were saying this stuff never supported me but also the negative things that they said didn't actually affect me because they didn't do any damage to me. You know what I mean? But and the only reason for that, only reason that they didn't do any damage to me is because number one, my coverage of it was good. And I know it was good. I was very proud of the coverage I did. And I feel like they were only trying to take away from that fact, you know? I was very proud of what I put out there. I was very happy with the coverage that I created of this particular story. And I felt like it was just words. It was just, it's like Parrot said, it was just pixels at the end of the day, right? Somebody saying something negative just to bring you down. It didn't really actually hurt you unless you let it hurt you. And I want to tell you guys this story very openly because inevitably, whether you create content or not, you will deal with something like this in your life where you'll post something and somebody will say something negative or come after you or whatever, right? And I want you guys to know that it's not always going to hurt you unless you let it. And I think that you have to have that mindset sometimes that what people have to say, it's just hateful. Some people are just have hate in their lives, and I hope the best for them. I hope things get better for them. But I want to tell you this, guys, and I really hope that it helps you when you go through something similar. Because at the end of the day, now that I've gotten through this situation and moved on, I'm so much stronger for it. I'm so much stronger for it. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sorry it didn't affect you too much. Thank you. I think about content creation. I remember Ray William Johnson said this in a video. People will hate you no matter what you do or say. It's part of the gig. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Which some people like, I think like Tectone does a really good job of this. He just turns it into content, which is kind of funny to me, but yeah, guys, it doesn't always hurt you unless you let it. Just remember that when things specifically on Twitter are said against you. So, but yeah, before we move on past Asmongold, what do you think about his apology? What do you think about this situation? I think for my wrap up, I would just say, you know, I felt his apology was good. It was sincere. I want to see the actions behind it. But I think it's a lot better than a lot of other people put out there. Exactly, Maro. Look, you can do everything right. And I'd be like, oh, the sky's blue. And people will be like, no, it's not. It's purple. Fuck you. You know what I mean? So you just can't win sometimes. Yeah, exactly. It's inevitable. Very genuine. I hope he made changes. Yeah. It's okay, Maro. You know, I came out stronger from it. I'm more proud of the content I put out because I look at it with a different lens now. And when I do it right, I feel much better about it, you know? I should speak louder than words ever could. All we can do is wait and see his progress. Exactly. So, used to be on DVR when I was in high school. I got so much trash from all sorts of people, even from people you liked. Once I realized those are nothing but text on stream, I came out stronger. Exactly. Yep. Let's see the money where the mouth is. I agree. Absolutely agree. Thank you, Belle, for your sweet. But yeah, no, I mean, I did have people come after me quite a bit. Which I think when I cover news, people think that I immediately agree with whoever is putting out the story or whatever it's about. But you know, guys, I want to say this very quickly. I feel like my takes are so much more nuanced than people actually give credit for. Like, if I cover something, people are just like, oh, you're a bad person because you talked about it. Like, guys, there's so much nuance that you have to accept anytime we have a conversation. So, but I appreciate all of you guys and all of your support and having a great and open conversation. So I'm very proud of my community. And I was even telling Aya this last night. You know, she was like, it's very hard to have a conversation with anybody. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm very proud and happy that I have my community because everybody in my community is very open and having a good conversation. I appreciate you. All right, guys. So that's all I got to say about Asmon, but let's move on to our main story today, guys. And I know what you're here for. I'm sorry it took me almost 2 hours to get to it. But let's talk about the Jacksfilms and Filian situation. Yeah, we got to dive into this one. This is the big story for today, chat. So if you were not aware, guys, Jacksfilms, I'm sure you guys know Jacksfilms, but if you don't, I'm gonna say it again. Jackfilm was somebody, he kind of covers a lot of other streamers, kind of time out their content, their quality. He was actually stalked and doxxed by Sniper Wolf a few months ago. Very, very crazy, very crazy situation. However, chat, as of yesterday, Jacksfilms has actually called out Filian in their content. So I'm gonna go look at the video and talk about what happened. But first up, chat, I think what we're gonna see in this video is him calling out Filian for fair use. I do want to go look at what the definition is for fair use. Just really quickly, guys, I know this is a Google summary, and we're going to look at the YouTube specific one. But fair use is a legal doctrine in the United States that allows limited use of copyrighted material without the copyright holder's permission. Fair use is generally accepted in nonprofit, educational purposes that don't affect the value or potential market of the copyrighted work. So some examples of fair use are using quotes from a work for commentary, criticism, news reporting, or scholarly reports, using a work for teaching purposes, such as using a diagram to teach about biological processes, using a work for a transformative purpose, such as using a 1960s advertisement image to discuss race in advertisements. So I think the big thing here is transformative. Transformative purposes is very, very important when it comes to fair use. So let's go look at YouTube's actual, list out for this. So fair use on YouTube. So fair use is a legal doctrine that says use of copyrighted protected material under certain circumstances is allowed without permission from the copyright holder. Okay, awesome. If the use of copyright protected material in a video qualifies as a copyright exception, then the video is considered lawful and non-infringing. This is what we often ask copyright holders to think about whether copyright exceptions apply before submitting a copyright removal request to YouTube. If a copyright holder believes a video doesn't qualify, they have to provide an adequate explanation as to why. So there are 4 factors of fair use, which I want to share with you guys. Again, before we actually get into this argument here, but the purpose of the character and character of use, including whether such use is of commercial nature or is for non-profit educational purposes. The second one is the nature of the copyrighted work. Using material from primarily factual work is more likely to be fair use than using purely fictional work. I didn't know that. That's actually interesting. Yeah, if now YouTube would uphold it, the amount of substantiality of the portion used relative to the whole copyrighted work, barring small bits of material from original work, is more likely to be considered fair use than borrowing large portions of it. What's borrowed is considered the heart of the work. Sometimes even a small sampling may weigh against fair use, and obviously the effect of the use upon the potential market or value for the copyrighted work. Uses that harm the copywriter's holder's ability to profit from the original work, you're less likely to get support of fair use. So really important that we define this, chat, and kind of talk about this. And we might come back to this in the future. So
TLDR,
that is what's about fair use.
It's an argument for if someone claims you are using their work without permission. Basically, it means you believe you have not violated a copyright or used the work transformatively enough to not be considered the original.
Transformatively enough. I think that is a big point of this. Anyway, chat, as you're gonna see here in just a moment, Jackson called out a Filian here. So let me show you the tweet. This is actually brought to my attention by Sane. And Sane tweeting us out. And here is Jacksfilms saying, is this VTuber stealing content, chat? So not on my bingo card. Huge call out right here, chat, for such a big streamer, a big YouTuber with well over, this is the second channel. I think he has well over, like 1.5 million subs, probably more than that. But a big call out here. Definitely not on my bingo card. Most people know him from the issues that he had with Sniper Wolf. Anyway, chat, when this came out, coming out of left field here, Pipkin Pippa actually not happy with this video being posted. Let me show you what Pipkin Pippa had to say. So Pipkin, of course, coming to Filian's defense here. The Jacksfilms is a drama channel along the lines of Keemstar, but somehow creepier. And of course, she links this video here talking about Jacksfilms hypocrisy and BetterHelp scandals. Now, what I want to point out to you, I'm going to give you what I know, chat. Don't take this as fact. But when I did look into the BetterHelp scandal, I did see that in the past, Jacksfilms did support BetterHelp, which obviously is not the best place to pour money into. However, since a few months ago, he's denounced it. Apparently, he's been under NDA. He can't really talk about it. So I think that he has tried to push away from it since he has learned that there is some kind of, bad stuff surrounding it. So I do really want to point that out. I don't know how deep this scandal actually goes, but that was what I was able to dig up about it. So, if you guys know any more about it, please let me know. I'll be glad to, talk about it. Yeah, there's a lot of people that dig Goofy Goober. And this was something that definitely became like a big thing. But anyway, this is what Pipkin Pippa tweeted out. And of course, chat, very interesting here. That was her take. However, over on Reddit, of course, some people were, saying, did she trust to tie in the BetterHelp controversy, which is terrible because it's unrelated to the situation. React content, criticism to VTubers. So, of course, a lot of people on Reddit kind of, Jackfilms stopped promoting BetterHelp and alluded he cannot talk about what happened, but he wants to. The dude has over 18 years of content creation credibility, which alone is probably older than a lot of VTuber content creators, and this is the best dirt they can attempt to use on him. So a lot of people kind of calling out Pippa, I don't know what the fuck that is, but a lot of people are kind of pushing back at Pippa, saying, she shouldn't have said anything, but I'm going to give you the full story of what's actually going on, chat, because now we're going to go and actually look at the video. Gotcha, Light. Thank you for clearing it up. Yeah, and it might just be something that he more supported a bunch of times as a sponsor. He dropped them once he found out that they were shitty. So here's what we're going to do, chat. I've given you both sides. I give you what Pip had to say. I told you what some people on Reddit had to say. But we're going to go into this video. We're going to go into this video with an open mind, all right? I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. I don't know whether Filian is in the right or Jacksfilms in the wrong or somewhere in between. But I think that we need to actually dig into this video, call out what's fair, and call out what's not fair. So anyway, guys, without further ado, let's go dive into Jacksfilms' video.
Bingo
let's go take a look. Here's the video, guys. Is this VTuber stealing content? And let's see what they have to say.
If you steal other people's content, you're gonna end up on my bingo card, babe.
So if you guys don't know, Jax does this little bingo card. And what he does is if he finds these things in your video, he will, put it on his bingo board. So, kind of, I guess, to make his videos a little bit more interesting. So, here we go.
Reactbot, tell him. I can't focus. Can you put on some Subway Surfers? No. We're not doing Subway Surfers. Oh, we also made some changes. We made some very overdue changes. I have removed first time chatter. I've also removed gives 5 subs from the bingo cards. This is a brand new one. Reactbot's reaction is better. What does that mean? It means after we watch the bad reactor, we turn to our trusty Reactbot. I say Reactbot.
I have no
what
idea.
did you think of that TikTok? And we
I'm
hear
not
him
super
out,
familiar
and then
with
we
his
all
content.
judge like, was that
I
better
just know a
than
little
what we
bit of
just
it.
heard from the reactor? And if it is, you can
I've watched like maybe 5 of his videos ever.
bingo cards if
and
you
most
have
of them
the
are
space.
Sniper Wolf
So,
related.
Yes, Kit in the chat just wrote, "Is this satire?" Which is one of Reactbot's 700 catchphrases. Mark your free space, everyone. I did add the sound bites. I had a Gatorade baby.
Gatorade baby.
And respect.
I gotta respect this.
Metal Gear Solid. I'm very excited for that. I have a Columbo button, which is fun. This is when if I can.
The one thing I do want to point out, chat, when you do this type of content where I think that it's whatever you're doing, whether it's like reaction content, you should credit the people in it, chat. I mean, even on my second channel where I do more reaction stuff, I do credit with that original video. So I think it's very important It's definitely the ethical thing to do, so I don't think Filian did that. So just want to point that out.
Someone stealing red-handed, I'll go to my Columbo button, but you know, that has to be earned. Help me clean up YouTube. If you see a bad reactor, take a screen cap of them and send it my way via Twitter or my YouTube comments. Thank you. We're cleaning up YouTube, one bad reactor at a time. Narzul, 4 numbers, sent this little tip. While it's not in video format, the VTuber Filian is stealing people's memes off of Reddit and posting it on her YouTube community page every day with captions like lol and yeah, just to drive the algorithm to her channel. Interesting, I thought. I looked into this. Is there any truth to this claim? Spoiler, yes. Before you're like, wait, just the community tab? Hear me out. Hold on. Filian is
take a
doing
look
that
here,
thing where
because I'm about
they're
to
taking
denounce
memes
this
from
real
Reddit
quick
and elsewhere, just reposting them with, you know, very lazy captions. They're like, when I was doing, when I was checking this out earlier, I saw like 3
All right, we're out to a bad start, chat. We're out to a bad start. It's a fucking meme. Who cares? People do this all the time. What do you mean? People repost memes everywhere. All right, yeah, no. We're off to a bad start. Who gives a shit? They're memes. Oh my God. I react. What? Nah, there's no way. There's no way. Guys, this is not literally. This is a completely. If he has a problem with this, that is a completely unfair take. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. Every meme is original requires credit. What the fuck? Nobody owns memes. What the fuck? Oh my God. All right. Anyway, chat. If he has a problem with this, that is literally so dumb. She's only just sharing it because she thinks it's funny. Let's see what he has to say.
In a row. So let me see if I can find them. So there's a yeah. There's LOL.
It's a low effort. Sure, but that might be what she finds funny as she's scrolling the website. There's nothing wrong with that.
These are all things that ReactBot says, by the way. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Lol. Lol. There you go. There are your 3 lols in a row. My head hurts. Lol. Real. Lol. Who's winning? Yeah. ReactBot. Add your own. It's giving thanks. Yeah. Yeah. See, it's like, this is shit ReactBot would say, but even lazier. But who cares, right? These are just memes because maybe this is just a means to an end.
They're just memes.
Maybe their content's good. Maybe they're doing the.
Let's, guys, we cannot use that as an argument in this. I want everybody right now that's here, seriously, when we're talking about the memes part, fucking throw that part away. That literally that is not a fucking argument at all, chat. Please. That is not an argument to be used against Filian. I mean, I know we said it's no big deal, so I just want to make sure that I double down on that fact, guys. It is not a big deal. Who cares if you're reposting memes on YouTube? I mean, I make my own memes. I'm a big advocate for that, and I repost my own over there. But half of the memes that I make are just other people's memes repurposed into my own ones that I like.
This
weird argument,
questionable tactic. But they make good content. Let's see. You know the answer to this. You already know the answer to this.
All right, so let's see.
This has a very predictable end here. So this is video doesn't end until I become 1% pickle. This is a recent upload as of 6 days ago. Discord, their socials, editor socials. Wait a minute. I'm seeing links to everything but the original videos. Go ahead and mark no links in the description. And by the way,
okay, I will say in all fairness, chat. In all fairness. Actually, wait a second. Hold on. Wait a second. Wait. Time out here. Wait. So number one, let me back up here a little bit, chat, because you know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm about to say. Wait, I'll get back up. Here we go, chat. Okay. So number one, it is important and very ethical, very morally correct to post the person's links in the comments, whatever the video is. I agree with that. I think that's a fair criticism. Okay. I think we can all agree with that. If you react to somebody's stuff and you're making some money from it, I think that is fair that you post their links. Can we agree to that, chat? I think that's totally a fair take. You know what I mean? Like, just to do not only like do them a favor, because again, you're looking at their content, you want to support them as well. I think that's the morally correct thing to do. And I do the same thing on my second channel. I post the links to all the stuff I react to because I feel like that is ethical and correct. So let me ask you a question, chat. So he says, oh, Filian is not posting the links to the content in the comments, right? So I have a question, chat. Here's my question. Beautiful Waves, thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate you, cutie. Here's my question. If Filian, if you're going off on Filian about no posting the links to her content, then Jack, I have a question. Where is the link to Filian stuff in your comments? There's no way. You called her out for it, and you didn't even do the same thing yourself.
I found myself unsubscribing.
There's
from
no
this dude
fucking
when he
way.
non-stop went on the sniper wolf thing. And look what high quality
There's
shit
no
he's got
way.
going on now.
Bro, look, I just gotta say, what's up, Nito? How are you? Here's my thing. Nobody is above criticism. And if you want to talk about Filian, and she needs to put the links, I agree with that. But motherfucker, at least do it yourself. At least do it yourself. That's absolutely insane. That's absolutely insane. Look, if you're gonna go after somebody, if you're gonna criticize somebody, you gotta do it yourself. Like you're calling it's calling, the kettle, it's calling black, whatever it's called. I don't remember the fucking phrase, but you get what I mean, guys. You practice what you preach, exactly. Literal irony. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. So, Chad, this is already off to a bad look. Bad look. The pot calling the kettle black. Thank you. Bad look so far, chat. But anyway, let's go look. Hey, in all fairness, though, I do agree that you should put the links in the comments. I think that's absolutely fair. I don't think anybody's gonna argue against that.
Wait, I don't have a problem with VTubers at all. In fact, I admire VTubers a lot. Like, to make this avatar, and a lot of them do funky, like, interactive things. Like, it's not easy to rig a VTuber avatar at all. This is going to be like a react.
I'm gonna stop you there. Not all of us make our own avatars or rig them. So, kind of a little bit of a misunderstanding of what VTubers do. Yeah, not all VTubers rig or, create their own avatar. I mean, even in Filian's case, like, Taka, thank you for following. Even in Filian's case, she uses free models, so she really didn't, create hers.
Reactathon. So we're watching this VTuber is watching other people's TikToks and Reels and all that stuff, right?
Chat today.
That's before the intro. That's the cold open. What do you notice about that, gamers? What do you notice about that? I'm seeing it in the chat, and you are all correct. Only reacts with a laugh. Oh, and no credit on screen? That's interesting. I did not realize that. So there is some credit here. It's
No. What I'm saying, Emerald, is that she got that model from somebody else. She didn't. Somebody owns that model, right? I'm not saying that anything like that. I'm just saying that she got that model from a different creator. So she 100% did not rig or create her own stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So are we ripping on her because she just laughed at a clip? Let's keep watching. Let's keep watching.
You're all correct.
It was
only reacts with a laugh.
I think apparently, Nito, apparently she ripped that model, is what she said, in one of her streams.
Oh,
Yeah, she said like, "Oh, I ripped it, and put into Luppet or something like that.
No credit on screen. That's
Or it's
interesting.
a free version that was uploaded to
I
VR
did not
chat.
realize that. So there is some credit here. It's tough.
Yeah, guys, I don't want to dig too much into that. That's not what we're here to talk about. We already know Filian had a whole issue with that. Apparently, she's resolved it with the artist in private. I'm not here to talk about that, guys. We're here to talk about this right now. So let's just get out of the way. Yes, Filian had issues with her model. Apparently, she ripped it. And then she, did not give, rights to get her Nindo. Apparently, she resolved it in private. That is a whole separate thing. We're not here to talk about that, though. Yep, I think what happened, Emerald, was she ripped the model, like she said, and uploaded it to Luppet. But I think the one she used for VR chat was like one that ended up on VR chat. Not to say that it's defensible or anything, but I think that's what ended up happening, or what was confirmed has happened. But yeah, I'm not defending Filian about the model thing, because we all knew that was wrong. That was morally wrong. But apparently she resolved it in private, so. What's up, Rad Lobber? How are you? All right, let's keep going here.
To read. It says Spider-Man playing accordion HD, something by Anon. I really cannot read that. Or requested by Anon. So, okay, so this is one of those streams. I believe this is one of those streams where viewers watching on Twitch, they can submit videos or they request videos, not necessarily their own.
So I haven't seen this whole video, chat. I haven't seen this whole video. But I have a question for people that have watched it. Does he only react to one video, or does he react to multiple? It was just the 1% pickle. Okay, multiple? Okay, let's
own
look.
Videos, but they see like funny vids and they're like, here, react to this, react to that. So what I'm saying is there's zero credit, right? Is that a fair assumption to say that there's no credit on screen? Because these are just
I would disagree. The credits right there
from Twitch viewers. I'll sleep pretty soundly tonight, knowing that we are about to mark no credit on screen. Reactbot, what do you think of that?
But
cool,
I can
cool
see the argument go either way for that.
Spider-Man falling. Bro really said, That was better than the VTuber's reaction. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say that's better. Go ahead, Mark.
So here's my thing, chat. This is what I wanted to bring up: fair use, right? Because I think it's very important that we look at what fair use means, making it transformative content. So I think what he's going to argue, I'm going to take a swing for the fences here. I'm probably right. What's up, Deception? Thank you so much for 17 months. He's probably going to argue fair use is not made here. But however, I will say that sometimes it's just not stuff to react to. You know what I mean? Like, there's just not really much to pull out of certain clips, you know? To just use that one thing. I don't know. I want to see more. I want to see more.
Reactbot's reaction is better.
Our main goal is to eat pickles. Classic Contredale baby holes. What? Baby!
So that's fine. They're doing a little bit before, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with a little bit, with a little comedy. Like, that's... I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, it was really
tough
for him, Demon.
I would love more of this. The problem, you'll see... That
was a really tough situation.
Themselves. You're going to see a lot of nothing burgers. You're going to see a lot of is that it. So a little comedy can go a long way in these reactathons. And honestly, Filian, if you're watching this, I'm just like, look, you can do a lot of cool I have respect for VTubers. I really do. I just wish you would add more in your reactions, as we're about to go into. All right? Because when you don't add a lot of reactions, it's basically freebooting / stealing other people's content.
Again, chat, this is where we get into the argument of what is free use. So I guess I'm going to pose a question. Would you find reaction content as fair use? Is it transformative enough to be fair use? No, I agree. I agree with him on the fact that there should have been credits. I agree with that. 100%. It does. It depends on the reaction, right? It depends on the person. It depends on what's going on. Yeah, yes and no, exactly. It depends. So we have to look at everything through a lens of, do we feel like that it was transformative enough? So I feel like that he's trying to argue that it's not transformative enough. I think I'm trying to dig past what he's saying a little bit. And obviously this is an opinion, you can agree with it, but or disagree with it, but let's keep watching, chat. Let's see what we come up with and what we think about it.
And that's no good. You know, it's not grand. It's not ideal. Okay. But I have faith in you. I really do. I don't mean to sound like sarcastic or condescending. I really don't. I have faith in you because I've seen the good ending happen before. Azzyland is a good ending where Azzyland was watching these stupid bingo streams last year. And then she started to recognize like, oh shit, I do a lot of these things Jack is calling Sniper Wolf out for. And so instead of Azzyland, you know, blowing up and getting mad and saying, you know, Jacksfilms, no, she tweets out like, yo, I recognize a lot of the same things I do. And I should fucking stop doing that. I reached out to Azzyland. We had this beautiful collab where we kind of like talked about her old reactions,
Azzy
like
is
what worked
very
and what
nice.
didn't work, and it was wonderful. So, Filian, I'm
I
genuinely
don't know, Chad. We gotta watch the whole video, you know?
Because if you can rig this like avatar, which I know a lot goes into, like a lot of tech goes into that, like that's fucking cool. And
it's just like a huge misunderstanding about what VTubing is or how VTubers function. And on top of that, he's not aware of the stuff that's happened with Filian in the past as well. So it feels like, in a way, I don't want to say that he's uneducated, but when you have like multiple kind of stuff like adding up like that, it really makes you feel that you're not the person to speak about something because you're not 100% educated on what happened with the whole thing. I think that's very fair to say, chat. If you're gonna look into somebody, you gotta look at everything, right? And if you're not aware, at least be responsive to what people are saying.
Genuinely have respect for VTubers that can like do the things that you do. I just don't think that these reactathons are the right vehicle.
Research
for
goes
your
a long way,
VTube
exactly.
avatar. You know what I'm saying? We're always hoping for the good ending.
What are the nutrition facts on my pickles? 280 milligrams of sodium.
So here's what I want to do, chat. Just really quick, because I want to give us some focus for this video. So here's what I want to decide together. I want to decide if his criticisms are fair or unfair. And right now, I gotta say, besides adding the link, it's unfair.
Recommended 2,300
This is great.
milligrams.
Like this is all great. This is good stuff. It's like it's a little intro. It's cute. I'm gonna skip a bit. I'm gonna skip ahead to Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Oh!
Yeah, the links are an easy fix, I agree.
And that was okay.
However, I will say this, Mythic. Morally and ethically, those do need to be added. I think that's a fair criticism, you know what I mean? Yes, it's an easy fix, but they should be there, right? And I think that's fair for him to call out.
That was it. So that proves that the cold open, that was like the full reaction. Okay, I know you guys are saying like that was it. This is the moment right here.
I have finished 4 pickles already. I feel like this was nothing, Chad. This is easy. Like, I love pickles.
Here's the problem. The quantity of pickles consumed doesn't really add anything or elevate this beyond just stealing content. Like, it's a cute gimmick, but it doesn't really like absolve you of what you're doing. It's kind of a non sequitur. It's a bit unrelated. It's a bit of a tangent. It's like, that was really funny. Anyways, I just ate 4 pickles, chat. Isn't that crazy? Next TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
That seems awfully nitpicky. That's like extremely nitpicky. You know what I mean? Like, I would argue actually, because the video was titled "Video Doesn't End Until I Become 1% Pickled." I would argue that a focus on the pickles is more important than the reactionary content. You know what I mean? Like, so everybody wants to be updated about the pickles. Exactly, Demon Servant. That was the punishment if they laugh. So I feel like a focus on the pickles is important. Just like if you do like, if I laugh, I lose. You want to focus on the funny parts. You want to focus on the punishments. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't. Very picky, very picky. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but.
Okay, a few things here. So this is, we're watching a remix, this classic skit. It was like Kitchen Gun from this old BBC variety show from like 20 years ago that's since been memed to death. And we're looking at one of the remixes, right? Just a remix of an old, like 25-year-old comedy sketch. The downside is this reaction's kind of going nowhere. We're very focused on the pickles and we're just using these videos as
100. I only really agree with
have
Jack that given the following Filian has, she needs to be held to a certain standard to set the right examples. That's primarily for the links and the drama of her monetizing a model without permission. Otherwise, that's about all I'm seeing.
Yeah, I feel you fools. The whole model thing is, apparently she resolved it with the artists and everything in DMs. And to be honest, we're never gonna know the resolution to that. Let's all just say that out loud, right? I think that's you know, something there. But I do agree that she needs to have the links. I 100% agree with that. I'm not gonna argue against that. You know what I mean? Here is one of my things though, really quickly, that I want to point out, and I just realized this. What he's reacting to isn't the full stream. It's an edited YouTube video. So why are we not watching the VOD? Why are we watching a YouTube video about reaction? Because it's cut based on what the editor chose to cut down. So this isn't going to give us the full story, right, chat? I'm going to just point to el-ara if you had your full videos on the background while using the same a gimmick, not cutting you and not responding to our content on. Would you see that as acceptable? I mean, if I don't provide the links, that's on me. You know what I mean? Right, exactly. Like, you should be looking at the VOD, not necessarily an edited video, because the pacing is different. It's really about what the editor decided to put in there. They might have cut reaction short. You know what I mean? There were a few YouTubers in the past who got in trouble for a similar thing. What Pipsqueak? Editing a YouTube video down does leave the onus on you if you do edit the reaction part of it. Yeah, I agree, 100%. 100%. I do want to at least acknowledge that they're not looking at the full VOD. But I agree with you. You're absolutely right, Pipsqueak. It is definitely on the content creator, because ultimately they did pay for that editor to do it. It's their content. They do own it. But anyway, let's keep watching. Let's keep watching.
Now become, they're not being reacted to, they're almost background noise. Meanwhile, Filian's like, damn, look at all these pickles I can eat. And it's like, what? What's happening? Like, you may as well just play like Family Guy funnies in the background while you eat all your pickles. There's nothing being added here. So let's just see, maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, it was on our YouTube channel. We saw him click on it earlier.
Promote murder on my stream.
It's an argument of fair use.
Like that, but like, come on, guys.
And that was it. Okay, now I'm gonna give you nothing burger, and also that was it. Oh wait a minute. Yes, random graphic that adds nothing. Yeah, random graphic that adds nothing. That's all the pickle stuff. ReactBot, what did you think of that remix of Kitchen Gun?
This big guy eating all the little guys.
Well said, buddy. Well said. Let us continue.
Jesse, stop touching my balls. I can't, Mr. White. It feels good.
A waffle iron? Chat, what are they making?
Jesus. Come on. Filian, you gotta say something. You gotta add something. You can't just... These are funny memes. These are funny little videos and bits. But
I feel like this video is becoming a personal criticism about the content she makes, right, chat? I mean, does it fall under fair use? I don't know. To be honest, would I view her as laughing over it, as transformative? I don't know. Could you argue that her making, having to eat if she laughs as transformative content? Probably. I don't know. And to be, like, legally, I guess technically, it is fair use. But let's be real, guys. This feels more like a criticism and less about an actual, like, narrative on why she's not following fair use. If you would have, like, kind of, like, really talked about it a little bit more, that would have been nice. Some could argue an iconic laugh at something. Sure, I mean, you could argue that. I think there's a lot of arguments to be made about fair use. There's also a lot you could argue against it. Some people might not find that laughing over a clip is transformative content. Do I think it's transformative? I think if it's done well enough, yes. Like, but that's also, you have to be able to apply it evenly and ethically across multiple people, right? Like, for instance, Mythic, if I laugh over a clip, and then let's say Hinya laughs over a clip, right? Because she has a really great laugh. Is hers fair use and mine isn't? You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be a fairness applied to everything across that. So definitely something you got to think about and consider. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's keep watching.
You can't just laugh and move on. You sound like a disappointed father. I feel like a disappointed father. Come on. You can't keep getting away with it. Filian, you have a very large fan base.
Thank you,
both on YouTube and Twitch. And that's great. That's grand. Genuinely. I'm not This is not meant to come off as sarcastic. But I feel like because you have such a large following, you should use it more responsibly, which means don't steal shit. Your defense may be like, well, these are videos that my fans and viewers are sending to me. Doesn't justify it. Unless it's their videos, which I sincerely doubt. They're just grabbing memes, you know, and saying, ooh, Filian would like this. This is very funny. Do better is all I'm saying. All right.
She posts the links, yes, absolutely. I won't defend her on that. He's absolutely right. I mean, you should be posting the links. And if you need to go get the links for all that, hire somebody to do it, right? I mean, I know with Filian, all of her resources she has available to her, she could hire somebody to do that, absolutely. It feels a little personal to be like, do better. I feel like, I don't know, I'm on Facebook or something, you know what I mean? Like the, yeah, it feels very like, 40s, like, middle-aged, like, housewife, like a Karen or something. Like, do better. You know what I mean? Like, it feels very, like, almost like a Karen. But, I mean, I think it's fair for him to say that he should post the links. With her size, he has a responsibility to post the links, and to give people credit where credit is due. I think that is fair. 100%. I will point out to you again, chat, that he does not actually credit Filian herself in his own description. So a very lot of hypocrisy in him saying that. Very hypocritical for him to say that. I do want to point that out. That doesn't change the fact that what he said isn't true, but very hypocritical. Yeah, so she should post the links. That's fair. We all can agree on that. I disagreed if it's a media share. Why is that, Daytime? I'm curious. I would love to know. Why do you disagree? I can take this on every critique. Yeah, you know, it feels very personal. I mean, he's been doing this for a long time. Don't get me wrong. So maybe this is his opinion, and maybe I disagree with it. Maybe you agree with it. That's up to you, right? Does the person stealing content deserve to be credited? I feel like Eugene Krabs, if you're gonna make an argument for something, you should follow your own rules in that argument. Does that make sense? Practice what you preach. Because what this does is this undermines his argument. Like, why wouldn't you want to do it? To support your argument by doing the right thing. Especially like you said, you are morally held to a higher responsibility. Why would you not want to do it? You know what I mean? But I will say this, Daytime, I think with media share, you do get all of the links wherever you do the media share, whether it's through like Streamlabs or other stuff. So normally you could actually go and pull that information relatively easily. You know what I mean? It doesn't really undermine the argument if the reason he's uploading is to fully critique or content, rather react to a video, but that not posting a link is not to encourage harassment. Yeah, I disagree. Because if this is a critique, right? This isn't a harassment. He said that you need to provide the links to stuff that you're reacting to, right? He's reacting and commenting and critiquing your content. He should follow his own rules with that. You know what I mean? I feel like it's fair. Yeah, because I don't feel like harassment. Why are we jumping to saying like, oh, it's going to be harassment first thing? I don't think so. I think it's, if he's going to give a critique, right? And if you say, oh, you don't post the links to what you're critiquing or talking about, same for her, right? I mean, at the end of the day, well, you can almost take her reaction as a critique of sorts, right? Even though it's I laugh, I lose. She's critiquing whether it's funny or not. So it's kind of the same thing, right? Let's keep watching.
All right, you have a giant following. I believe that comes with a responsibility, just kind of an assumed responsibility. And like a lot of people are probably saying, who cares? They're just memes, they're just memes.
Yeah, sure, Grievous. I got you. That is a fair argument. Sometimes they don't have links, right? What is stopping her from going and getting somebody to find those memes? You know what I mean? Sure, Pipsqueak. And again, I I'm tinfoil hatting on that. But nonetheless, remember, he did use her content for his benefit. You know what I mean? So by his own argument, he should be crediting her. Can we agree on that, chat? Can we agree that he should have credited her? I'm going to put that to rest so we can move on with our lives. He already stated in the comments not harassed. He was so concerned about not sending harassment. Well, people are going to look back at the video and know, yeah, exactly. Like, he should have just put it in the comments. And if you disagree, that's fine. That's my take on it. Yeah, based on the video, can't even tell he's reacting to her channel and not a fan-made, which you're... I mean, it could have been a fan-made one. We know it's her channel because he clicked on it at the beginning, but, you know, nonetheless.
Videos, who cares? That is a slippery slope, my friend. You wouldn't steal a car.
Gatorade, baby.
But seriously, look, that's the mentality. People are like, who cares? It's just because that's Filian, that's what you've been doing. You're doing it on the community tab. You're stealing memes, just going, yeah, lol, real, huh, damn, wow, that's crazy. Because you're like, who cares? They're just memes.
No, Demon, I 100% where you're getting it from. If you criticize or talk about something, you don't always have to link to who you're talking about. For instance, like when I cover news, right? Like I don't link all the tweets or everything like that, right? But here's the difference. Here's the difference. He is specifically criticizing her and her content and saying, oh, you didn't post the link. That's the difference. Reaction to the video to show how it's done and credits that creator. Interesting. I mean, again, I think it's what you view, right, as a fair use. It's what you view as what you think should be credited. I feel like you should just credit if you're going to react to somebody's content, or especially criticize them and say, oh, they didn't put their links. You know what I mean? Yeah, it just looked very hypocritical. But that's my opinion. If you feel otherwise, you're 100% entitled to it.
Memes, all right, it's a means to an end. But here on YouTube, you're doing the same fucking thing, but on a worse scale, on a more dangerous
Did you do
scale.
a sniper wolf?
This could all come down like a house of cards. If enough people who made the original videos flag you and demand that you take those clips down, well, then you're going to be out of luck. So you don't want that to happen. Be better, add more with your reactions, and no, eating pickles doesn't count. I don't care how many pickles you can eat in a stream. That doesn't add anything. I'm sorry. And like I said,
again, chat, I would, because the whole point of the thing is becoming 1% pickle, right? I would disagree with that. I feel like it's important to know about the pickles and where she stands. But here's the point. Here's the point about that. It doesn't matter what I think. It's based on the individual. It's subjective. So why are we arguing this? I mean, again, I think if you would have put this video as like, is this, I would not have titled this as VTuber stealing content. I'd be like, here's my opinion on Filian's reactive content, right? It's subjective because to insinuate almost, I mean, I guess I don't want to say insinuate because it is opening a question. But to even put like a VTuber stealing content to like in the subject, I don't feel like that's right because I don't think she is as far as I see. But again, what do you define as fair use? I guess that's a big question here.
Said Filian, I genuinely believe in you. I want you to like learn from this and do better because I know you can. I think it's time to verify some other fucking bingos. Only reacts with a laugh. Reactbot's reaction was better. Nothing burger. Random graphic that adds nothing. That was it?
That's a bingo.
By the way, guys, here's how you actually react, okay? A very recent submission from Eric's
Okay, at least he's giving us like what he views as something. But here's my problem, chat. He only looked at one video. How can you call this like a true breakdown or critical breakdown of somebody if you didn't look at lots of their content? Maybe this was just a bad day for her. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's so many outlying factors. I feel like if you're going to dive into it, like at least look at a full thing. I mean, sure, yeah, you could argue that one video is stealing content, and that's fair if you want to argue that. It's an argument of what is fair use, right? You know what I mean?
video AI cats and the rise of fascism. It's a
we watched Filian's reaction to Rima's video on Rima's stream last night. It's completely different. What do you mean, sweetheart? I'm gonna stop right here. What do you guys think of his argument so far? I suppose some confirmation bias, like he's playing other bits to fit his point. Maybe so, Silverhawk. Again, I think it's an argument of what is fair use, right? Do you count... Can we go as far as to say she's stealing content because she's laughing over something and she's eating pickles? You know what I mean? Been pretty valid. Most of it was mentioning that the reaction didn't exactly reach what should be considered transformative. What should be transformative. So what... I guess my question is, what is transformative? Not what should. What is transformative? Let's go back to that YouTube article and see what they say. If there's anything we can kind of pull from it. I guess it depends on what somebody wants to say, right? But here's the fair use. The judge will consider the 4 factors, right? The purpose and character of the use. Of course, typically focus on whether use of copyright material is transformative. Means whether the new adds new expression or meaning to the original material, or whether it merely copies from the original. Right, exactly, Jima. That's a great question. I mean, some people would say, oh, the pickles are unrelated. Some people would say it is related, you know? It's very hard to decide what is transformative. This means that it adds new expression or meaning to the original material. I mean, would you kind of laugh over something as transformative? Does that add a new expression or meaning? It's based on what the individual feels, you know? It's kind of hard to argue. Village reaction to video and a reaction to Rima's video are very different experiences. Rima without a reaction were transformative and interesting. I mean, it's hard for me to say, to be honest. Mythic, I mean, I would say that adding the pickle stuff is good. That does make it something new in a different context, but I don't know. I don't feel like I know enough about fair use or to be able to look enough cases to really decide it for myself, you know? I think it's a threshold making media transformative, but it's always subjective. I do think the pickle video is not transformative. I get that, but it isn't just slapping something a really little effort. Sure, absolutely. Look, I'm going to be real. Like, here's what I'm going to tell you. Watching this video, right? I mean, her reactions are just laughs. I personally don't think that it's like this, like, huge, giant, like, transformative thing. But also, this is also a cut YouTube video. And it's only one video. I kind of want to see all of the bigger picture, you know what I mean? I would have loved to see the VOD, but you can also argue that her editor did find it to be the best representation of it, and they thought that the editing was transformative enough. You know? Exactly. Like, well, I think we can all sit here and argue all day about what's transformative. I think in certain instances, like, I'll show you one of the clips here. Let's go back here a second. This one right here, I don't know if I would necessarily find it transformative. You know what I mean? But this one that's later, I would find it because there's more of a reaction to it and things like that. So it's hard for me to say because I can look at one instance and go, yeah, maybe not. But then I can look at another instance and go, yeah, you know, that was pretty good. So how do I decide for the overall piece of content if one part seems less, but the other one seems more? And again, what is she supposed to say? Right, I mean, again, I don't know if laughing over something is transformative enough by definition to be fair use content, right, chat? I don't know. I would need to see cases, you know what I mean? Yeah, it feels like it's this argument, you know what I mean? It's how do you look at each individual thing objectively and decide, Because, like Mythic said, Rima looked at this last night. Rima might look at this and go, oh my god, I feel like her reactions make the original video better because the original video is not that funny or something. And that's a valid argument because it's your argument, because it's subjective to you. But I do feel like some of these criticisms where it's like adding the links, I think that is absolutely fair. However, I feel like sometimes certain things don't need this over-the-top reaction, you know what I mean? Sometimes, like, a good laugh that's it. I think the main focus of the video is the punishment, so she laughs. She moves on to the punishment, but also an issue with the video is some of her more pushed reactions are edited out to skip to the punishment. Right, exactly. I mean, ultimately, we do have to acknowledge that this is her YouTube video put out there, and if somebody wanted to potentially go after it, I guess there's an argument to be made. It's hard for me in this one, chat, because normally when I look at a situation, I do find that it's very easy to find like a resolution, find like one thing and say, no, I'm saying that, Cold True. I'm saying, what do you call a reaction? What do you define as a transformative reaction content? A reaction is just a laugh track behind the video. The content, yeah, absolutely. But that's a little different than what we're talking about, right? Yeah, what do you, chat? What do you view as transformative content? Is it something that's just a laugh? Is it something that's, over the top? Is it somewhere between? There's no right answer, right? It's very tricky. It's a very tricky question. Oh yeah, absolutely. Guys, and this is open dialogue. This isn't, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't feel like I can necessarily give you a definitive on this one because it's very, very open to interpretation. What I will say is, if it's a case-by-case situation, there's no such thing as a definitive transformation. That's why it's a legal offense, sure. Yeah, streaming or curated content is also different. I mean, I guess you could argue. Let's use me as an example, if that's okay with you guys. You want to use an example? I think it changes the point of it. The focus is in the video itself. Sure, I get that. For me, I would say as long as you're making enough dialogue about what's going on or adding to the conversation or whatever it is, that's transformative to me. But sometimes guys, I feel like if something happens and they laugh at it, they're making the reaction better and adding to the content. There are certain situations where that's absolutely true. I could see anybody saying that in this case. They could be like, oh my god, Filian's laugh was so funny. Her reaction to it was so good. I felt like it made the clip better than what it initially was. But I do get his point as well, is that we don't want to steal people's content, I appreciate that, Zone. I mean, we're going to use me as an example here in a second. Right, exactly. Like, laughing alone? I don't know. But would you say, like, laughing alone and making a bunch of expressions and slamming on the desk? Is that fair, You're doing the same thing right now. You respond to Jacksfilms and you react to it. So do we in chat and then we do more than just smirk and move on. We discuss it exactly. Like a doctor reacting to funny hospital failure clips. They give you this a personal experience, they give you more context. Absolutely be transformative. Absolutely. So let me give you an example, chat. Let me give you an example. Let's say that a news story comes out. But you know what we'll use today? We'll use Asmon's stuff today. Let's talk about Asmon's apology video. Did I add enough transformative content to constitute uploading that video in my reaction? What do you think, chat? Now, I'm a little biased, but I think I did. I added my own stuff. I yapped. Interactive, exactly. I think that I added more to that conversation. I agree with that. There was commentary in it, right? So is that the baseline for Is that the baseline? I don't know. I don't know. It's hard for us to say. I guess we need to look more into what cases of fair use have been resolved to use as a guiding precept, and that's going to be a whole, that's a whole separate stream. You know what I mean? Someone's like, you're subscribed to your school of thought. You look at Jacksfilms and he has a pretty good idea what React content is, how it can be good or bad. Then critique somebody based on that criteria. His criteria is subjective because he's making it sure. Yeah, again, this is his opinion, right? I provide your own criticism here, a serpent marketing video since its own decisions for a piece of content, right? I would agree with that. And again, I'm biased, so I'm asking you. So would you, chat? Would you count Filian laughing at a clip? Let's go back and look at the clip itself. Let's go back and look.
Stuff. It's like, it's a little intro.
Would you
it's
count
cute.
this?
I'm gonna skip a bit. I'm gonna skip ahead to Spider-Man.
As transformative.
Spider-Man. Oh! I have finished.
And that was okay. So that was it. So that proves that the
Let's go to the next clip, Tim.
Easy. Like, I love pickles.
Here's the problem. The quantity of pickles consumed.
You know what I mean? Everybody's going to see something different. And as bad as that is, that's also beautiful. I like the fact that everybody has a different opinion on this because it opens up the conversation to be more understanding about what actually is and what isn't. I had a conversation I had with a friend a while back about this. I watch videos of my friends on free time to laugh and relax. And sometimes you will be like, oh my God, stop talking and just get out with the next video. So there's some people who prefer to laugh. Exactly, right? It's hard. It's very hard to decide. This is his opinion, right, guys? Absolutely, some don't think it's transformative. Others thought the videos was made funnier with Filian's goofy laugh and talking about the pickles. Exactly. And I can see both sides of the argument here. I can definitely see both sides of the argument here. I'm going to say this is a ballsy-ass video to make. Now, I will say this. The part with the memes, that's stupid. But the fact that he didn't add their link into it, he should have done that to cover his bases. The only thing I agree with him on his videos that I link right. That's my big takeaway from this. If there's any takeaway from this chat, add the links. I agree with that. Let's finish the video here and let's see what he had to say is the actual reaction according to him.
Realm with their video AI Cats and the Rise of Fascism. It's a near 30-minute long video. It's a perfect video to play while you're gobbling down breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or you're working out. It's a video to play while you're doing something, or you can just watch intently. It doesn't matter. I was hooked by the intro. This is one of those videos where...
Hey, look, Eugene, and I completely understand. If you have prior gripes with her, that is your thing, sweetheart, and you can you know, go with that. I understand if you felt a certain way about all of those things. That is understandable, and I get that, and you are entitled to how you feel about it. What I want to do is focus on this issue today. So I want to focus on this right now because I can spend a whole stream talking about that.
If you like the intro,
you know what
you're
I mean?
probably going to like the rest of the video. I'm not going to play for you the entire 30-minute video. Of course not. I am going to play for you the intro because I watched this with a big fat grin on my face and I thought, oh, I'm going to like this.
They're remaking Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford. You can't do that. And now they're making Ghostbusters with only women. What's going on?
Have you seen these videos of AI cats? Basically, they're like these AI.
Like, that's beautiful. Just a beautifully synced up, like, recreation of Trump's insane clip. Like, that's a real clip, by the way, from years ago. But it sets the tone. It sets the scene for the rest of the video, right? Like, boom,
I think it was an AI
you immediately
clip.
kind of get what this person's about and what the video is going to be about a little bit. And it seems random. First, they talk about some weird...
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like a reaction clip. Okay, I think... I'm going to read what Pastel said here really quick. Okay, so I think the laugh on its own doesn't do much. I agree. It's not a lot. It seems kind of like low effort. So I definitely get where you're coming from, Pastel. Like, to me, I would not react that way. You know what I mean? I wouldn't react that way to something. I wouldn't just laugh and move on. I like to say something a little bit more about it. But that's me. That's how I react to content, right? Different people react differently. It's hard to say. It's kind of like if you just played a clip and said, whoa, that was crazy, nothing else. No, I totally get where you're coming from, Pastel. So I think that the laugh is like a low effort reaction. Yeah. Do I think that it isn't fair use? I don't know the answer to that, chat. I don't know the answer.
Weird AI cat videos, and you're like, where is this going? I promise it's related, because then it talks about fascist propaganda from the 40s and how we got to where we are presently today with Facebook memes, tricking boomers and such. And it's so entertaining and it's so well done. I'm going to link it in the description below. This is someone who deserves a lot more love. I will say this, they're kind of well on their way. This video is no slouch. It has almost 80,000.
I mean, I would argue as well, like, this is a different formatted thing. It's at a stream. Like, I would have liked apples to apples, if that makes sense, chat. Like, I would have liked I Laugh, I Lose compared to I Laugh, I Lose that he views is actually a good representation of transformative content. You know what I mean? I felt like that would have been really nice. If you want to argue this isn't a good I Laugh, I Lose transformative, I would like to see a representation of what you believe is a good I Laugh, I Lose content with reaction. That would have been nice, but anyway, let's keep watching. Maybe he does. I don't know.
Views, but they need way more subs. All right, they have under 10,000 subs. They should have 10 million subs. All right, so bingo babies, do your thing. Click the link in the description below. Watch the video in full. Give it a like. And yeah, I just want to support good video essayists. That's all. React, what do you think of the video AI Cats and the Rise of Fascism?
Mic drop.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know this all started with Sniper Wolf.
And that's how you react, by the way. You give people a reason to check out the original creator. You don't just use them for content and say, damn, that's crazy next TikTok. Capiche?
Showed up outside his house.
Capiche.
I think the bingo board is
I wish
fair.
we had, that'd be cool if we had like bingo.
Here's what I have to say about the bingo board. I think that that's his way of kind of like transforming what he's talking about. He's adding like a visual. He's adding stuff to it. I think that's his way of kind of adding to his reaction and his criticism. But I think it's fair. I mean, again, that's subjective. I don't know. This is his opinion, right? It's more for like an entertainment purpose.
Bingo merch, right? That would absolutely be sick. I wish we had like, oh my God, what? We have actual bingo merch? Bro has a bag?
Oh my God, this is, is this over? Okay, all right.
All
right, so chat, we have looked at the video, we have watched all of it 100%. So now chat, I want to know your final thoughts on it. I don't like the bot, it creeps me out. It creeps me out. Honestly, daily this internet, despite not being a fully reaction YouTuber, he reacts to a lot of clips and always provides sources. Shouldn't that be the golden standard? I agree. That should be the standard, I agree. Look, guys, I 100%, guys, 100%. Filian should credit the people. Not only is it the morally and ethical thing to do, but it should be a standard. I agree with that 100%. That's fair. That's a fair criticism. As far as did Filian steal content based on other things that have happened in the past and other content that is put out there, the current standard reactionary content, whether it's right or wrong, based on what goes on now, I don't think that she is, but that's not saying that necessarily it shouldn't be changed, right? We need to offer credits for stuff. I agree with that. So I'm going to ask you guys, I want to see what you guys have to say. Did Filian steal content? Yes or no? Pull us up, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I want to keep it anonymous. So that way you guys are okay with it. But yeah, linking to videos like an unspoken rule. Check is going to understand on Filian may have issues that are neither here nor there with the content of his video. And yes, she should credit, but this also feels victim to his own hubris in his videos. Yeah, like, why didn't he drop the link? That blows my mind. I definitely would have done that. I definitely would have done that. Well, she didn't credit anybody was the moment she stole it. I guess my argument would be, Eugene, would that be all the other content creators that do the same thing? Would they be also stealing as well? And if that's the case, how would you want a change to come about in a positive way? I'm gonna ask the tough questions out here right now, chat. How would you want this change to come about in a positive way. Yeah, like old Markiplier videos he did. And it's always needed, but when does somebody else's content become just a meme to show without sharing? Yeah, that's the big question, Cozy Chew. It's so hard. It's so hard to like, oh my gosh, it's so hard to just decide, you know? But it's very interesting. I love to see other people's opinions, right? I'd say she absolutely did both. Take it without credit and didn't have much to it. My next question. It's a tough question, right, Eugene? So here's my question, chat. Let's say that she did this, right? That we agree that this was not falling within fair use, hypothetically. Would you say that she did it with malice? Yes or no? The current reaction meta is exactly what she did. Singling out Filian is just wrong. I mean, I would argue that if somebody wants to single out somebody, right, or at least call to action something, it's got to start somewhere, but that's neither here nor there. Hey Spixer, what's up? As somebody who did a lot of reaction content for a large channel, it's a mixed bag. So a lot of people say about 66% feel like Filian did not steal. So it's a mixed bag. Our management caught a lot of shit, not asking for permission or crediting, even crediting only goes so far. With some people, sure. The issue is people also watch your favorite creator, watch a full video, not the original creator views and revenue, being on the other side of a big company. I have so much to say on this because I'm in the middle in so many ways. I remember Sprixer, Asmongold had reacted to some video, and his reaction got almost like 5 times as many views as the original. And the person came out and they're like, this sucks. I'm not angry that he reacted to it. I'm just angry at the game, the algorithm. There's so many small, nuanced arguments to be had within this. It's very interesting. I think that she could do this in a better way. I don't think she was stealing. Yeah, I do think, guys, the link should have been provided. As far as permission, God, that's a whole nother fucking argument. You know what I mean? I just had an issue with that, chat, where our channel would do that. There was a lot of smaller content we were given to watch, and the creator never benefited others. They did, yeah. Exactly. It's like, it's so tough. I had an issue, guys, where publicly available information, people are upset at me for looking at it. You know what I mean? Oh my God, is that the Evanito? The Evanito? What's up, cutie? How are you? I feel like a lot of people immediately flooded Jack, but hey, I didn't really respect Pippa for the statement she made. And as somebody who's watched Pippa filling in Jack, yeah, I don't really understand why Pippa like went straight for the throat. And posted this thing about this BetterHelp scandal, because apparently he like, you know, tried to separate himself from that, push that away, and denounced it. So, you know, I'm not sure about that one. Yeah, Evan, let me hear what you got to say. Yeah, hit me what you got to say, Evan. Especially with somebody that does reaction content. I mean, I'll be real, I just started doing reaction content. It's on my second channel. I do credit, but I do believe that I guess what we need to define today, chat, what is the absolute minimum to count as transformative content? I think that's the big question. Obviously, he doesn't view it as transformative, but there's lots of other people that do view it as transformative. It's very subjective. Yeah, it's very subjective. And I mean, I've only started reaction content, so through news, I mean, news is transformative, right? Because we're talking about the issue. I'm not just like, and this is what happened. Let me retweet, move on. You know, we talk about it. How much can you say about a 5 second? Yeah, that's a great argument. We talked about that actually at the beginning. How much is there to say about a 5 second meme clip? There's not really a lot. Yeah, I know Pipkin was trying to defend Filian. I need to look more into this particular issue here. About the BetterHelp scandal. From what I saw, he did denounce it, but I don't know the full story, so I definitely got to look at it. Yeah, I definitely got to look at it. Because you go to college for business, etiquette, and social media correspondence. One thing we talked about is for use. Honestly, yes, is 100% counts as for use content. It just counts as lazy for use, sure. Writing is important. I didn't do it for 4 years. I do it now to an extent. That's good, but I think you lose the reaction. You told me commentary in the video you're watching and ignore it to talk about something else, sure. You're basically stealing, yeah. That's a fair take. I don't think anything that anybody has said is a bad take. You know what I mean? I don't feel like anything anybody has said here is a bad take. It's based off what you feel is transformative. For me, guys, I want to comment on it. I want to talk about it. I'm a fucking yapper, so I have a lot to say. And I know it's transformative because we dive into it, and I'm very proud of that fact. It's hard to look at something where she just kind of laughs. It feels lazy, right? A lot of people are going to say, oh my God, it's lazy content. You know, it's not that good, but if it technically falls under fair use, then she's not stealing content, right? You might not like it, but you know what I mean? Trying to defend somebody, but to attack Jacksfilms is coming. Make it a critique, people need to grow up. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a critique, right? Ultimately, it's a critique. And that's fair. Anybody can critique anybody. You can critique me, chat. Evanito might make a YouTube video about my reaction and be like, oh my God, I hate this fucking lady that with big boobs. Oh my God, she sucks. You know, like I hate her elf ears. You know what I mean? And that's fine. He's allowed to add his critique. You know, I would critique that Evan still hasn't invited me to his house or come to mine. What the heck? But you know, that's neither here nor there. Selfish stinky like no. Again, the Laugh You Lose streams are about her laughing, so focus, and that makes sense. Sure, that is a very fair argument. Again, I feel like mostly with this video, if I'm gonna interpret this, it's more about the pickles, more about her eating the pickles and laughing. So that's fair, you know. Wait, Wactor just opened auditions. You're kidding. AJ, please put that in the Discord. I'll look at it on Sunday. Devil's Advocate here too. Filian is a very creative person. A lot of her content. For her to do some more casual reaction content on days off seems pretty normal. I don't think she could or should go ham 24/7, right? That was what I was saying to Prixer earlier. Is like, I would like to see if you're gonna make an argument like this, I would like to see more. Include multiple videos, include multiple streams instead of just one. Because it makes your argument stronger, right? But then again, I can play devil's advocate for that too. One stream should be enough at any time, especially if your editor got involved, you know. So there's so many arguments to be made, but that's what makes this case so interesting, and that's what makes this critique so interesting. Is because of this situation. Right, exactly. Dima, that's a great argument. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, this could literally go either way. But I think what we can say here at the end of this case, chat, is it's all based on your opinion. And it's all subjective. If the person that made these videos, right, let's say the person that made the Spider-Man video, let's say that they wanted to go after Filian, right? And they went to YouTube and they went through the whole shebang. Filian could probably argue that her stuff was transformative. Maybe people really like her laugh. They find her laugh infectious, like I do with Hinya. So they would say, oh, that's transformative because your laugh is very nice. I like your laugh. I said it once, I'll say it again. I really like Filian when she's entertaining. Just like in their Jumsy videos. Sure, absolutely. Well, they could go after Filian and say this isn't fair use. So on and so forth. You know what I mean? Yeah, same could be said about Doki. Same could be said about anybody. You know what I mean? But I just want to know. I want to know more about fair use. That's my biggest question. Is there anybody that's like actually knows shit about fair use? Or we might just have to get a legal mindset and ask him. I mean, it felt very nitpicky. You know what I mean? Oh no, Skylock, I'm never gonna do that. Unless it's something like murder is okay. You know what I mean? Like, no, I like to talk about news. Not only for the reason that I'll give you my opinion, but also it's a conversation. And you know what I love about this more than anything? There is like no places on the internet that is like this. That we can have a conversation and be nice. And at the end of the day, we can all like, you know, give each other high fives and go into Discord and talk and still be friends. You know, I love that. I can get that mentality. I think it's just making sure we remember sometimes your 100% is only 50% some days. Yeah. That's fair. I mean, I'm not always perfect on my news chat. We also need to remember when you blow up as quick as Filian. There's pressure to be present all times, yeah, and it burns out people. Maybe she just had a low-key day, that's what it was. Somebody who actively works for a drum team with Filian. I see it behind the scenes, yeah, exactly. You know, Sprickster, I think it's easy for us to look at a situation and go, oh, well, they didn't do this or they did do that. But you got to understand everything that is supported around it, you know? I mean, again, she's eating a bunch of fucking pickles. Maybe she doesn't like pickles. I don't know. That much sodium in your body isn't healthy. Maybe she wasn't feeling good. Maybe she was... That happened to me, Chad. Maybe she was on her period and wasn't feeling good. I don't know. But there's a lot of surrounding factors that you have to consider. You know what I mean? I don't agree with you all the time, and that's a healthy thing to do. Exactly. Can we just fucking say that again? Can we just fucking say that again? It is okay to not agree, and that is healthy, chat. Because that is how we grow, how we learn, how we become better people. We don't just sit here and be like, oh, fuck you because you disagree. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta say, Chad, normally I can fall on one side of the fence. This one is gonna be one where I definitely have empathy for both sides. In a words, I see both sides to this. There are places here and a lot of reaction creators can improve, which is why I don't hate this video. I think we need more people just asking others to improve instead of trying to cancel somebody up. Yeah, you know, let me ask you a question, chat. What do you feel about the intention of this video? Because I feel like the intention of this video is just to be critical of her, but it's not necessarily like in like a fuck you kind of way, like, oh my god, cancel you. It's more like coming from a place of like, he says it, you can do better and I want to see you do better. Yeah, it's like to encourage good behavior. That's a good way to put it. She's really considering people. Just label the channel origin, yeah. I mean, she did have this right here. But again, just put it in the comments. Yeah, I guess it's... A lot of people are not viewing it, but it is constructive criticism. Even if some people disagree with the criticism, right? Sure, and some people would be like, oh, it's too nitpicky, and that's fine. I mean, he's done this for like, what, like 15 years? So he might be somebody you want to listen to. You know what I mean? I think it'd be crazy to see how far Filian could go. She just broke out this whole thing creatively, sure. Yeah, exactly. Like it, but here's the thing: is unfortunately we jump to these things where we're like, oh my god, cancel Filian because she didn't credit people. Oh my god, that's not the case, chat. It's just criticism. Hey, in the future, why don't you discredit people? That's it. That's a fair criticism. Is the reaction or transformative? Pox, it depends on who you are. I mean, some of you might look at my React content and go, you know what? That's not transformative. And that's fine. I mean, I can't really argue with you if you don't think it's transformative, you know? But, I mean, yeah, I was going to say, if anything, I don't think that this is going to... I think Filian might be open to it, and it would be cool to hear from her. For her to say, like, oh my god, like, you know, I get what you're saying about the links. I would love to do that. As far as everything else, you know, maybe I disagree or agree, whatever. But I didn't get her size. She just need to include the links. You're one of the good ones, Elara. Plus, I get to look at your boots. I fucking hate it here. Come for the boobs, stay for the news. Oh my god. Yeah, cancel your reaction video. Nobody's trying to do that. Except on Twitter, maybe, but last thing I would have to say, having people attack Jack's appearance in ethos on Twitter. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, that's horrible. Nobody needs to be going after that. You take away from the argument. Oh my god, yeah. Come for the boobs, stay for the news. I love it. Well, chat. Final thoughts. Stayed for the raspy voice, you're sweet. Final thoughts on this one, chat. I got another story that I want to cover, so what do you think about this one? if I gotta say anything here, fair use is subjective. That's something that I think anybody could argue. I think some people argue this is transformative. Some will argue it's not. That is, you know, each to their own. Did I find like her? Did I find it super transformative? In my opinion, not really. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more, but that's fine. I don't really watch Filian's content. You know, Filian is not like one of my go-to streamers, and it's okay. I think she's very creative. I think she does a lot of awesome stuff. I don't watch her react content, you know what I mean? Oh my god, that's hilarious. You know what I want to do one day, chat? You know what I want to do one day? It needs to be a meteorologist VTuber, because I know another VTuber that actually reports on sports. So I'm just getting like a whole fucking VTuber news network out here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna get like everybody. I just need the meteorologist. Where are they? Sprixer, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts as well, because I know that you work a lot with a lot of that stuff. Let me do the weather. Why do the weather when you can do me? Zing! I love it. Absolutely love it. Good night at 8. Milk showers. Oh my god. Well, guys, this has been a fantastic conversation. Thank you guys so much. I feel like I've learned a lot about fair use. I'm also very excited, if you guys don't know. Sprixer is actually going to be coming by for news on Sunday, guys. So very exciting. Wait, Sprixer, is it your debut today? Whoa, time out. Is it your debut today, Sprixer? Oh, it was yesterday, okay. I was like, wait, what? We have a strong Westward moving milky. Shut the fuck up! Oh my god. I'm so sad I missed it. Oh my god, I was off yesterday and I was so busy. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna go watch the VOD. I'm sorry. I had so many errands to run yesterday. I was literally like SpongeBob and like, hey Squidward, are you finished with those errands yet? That was me yesterday. All of the most popular creators don't give credit to me for PewDiePie. Sure, I think more of it, what it is a call to action. Hey, even though bigger creators do it, that doesn't make it right. That doesn't make it right. No, I did, I swear. I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you, all right? I'll make it up to you on Sunday, I promise. I'm also gonna make it up to you with maybe something else. Okay, this is why I can fix this immediately. Oh my god. All right, chat, let's keep going here, because I want to talk about another important thing here that's going on in the community, and that is Twitter burning the fuck down. Twitter is on fire right now. So let's talk about what is going on, chat. So first up, if you run out on Twitter, well, guess what? Does that make me a bottom now? I mean, do you want to be a bottom? Because I wasn't asking. Anyway, guys, Twitter is absolutely on fire here lately. And that is because Twitter tweeting out, arf, 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 bark, 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 bark. I'll see you Sunday in the morning. Ow, oh, no! I got mascara in my eye. I did it again, chat. I did it again. Why wink can I get mascara in my eye? This is like the 50th time. Oh my god, why am I wearing mascara? Oh my god. Oh, hold on, I need a second, chat. I need a second. Oh my god. Oh my god. Damn it, I was gonna go see the My Hero movie later tonight, so I need like my mascara to look good, chat. Okay, so anyway, here we go. Coming out from Twitter, tweeting out from Twitter engineering. Soon, we'll be launching a change to how the block function works. Oh boy, everybody's excited about that, right? If your posts are set to public or accounts you have blocked, will be able to view them, will not be able to engage. So what you're telling me is people that stalk you will very easily be able to see all of your posts. Oh, great. Awesome. So today, block can be used by users to share and hide harmful or private information about those they block. Users will be able to see if such behaviors occurred with this update, allowing for greater transparency. So basically, we're going to let Falter see all of my stuff. So guys, this went over about as well as you can think. Absolutely horribly. Really, really horrible stuff. To everybody in the community reacting to this. On top of this chat, Twitter did announce new changes to their AI as well. Here we have all the poor artists and creators on Twitter. Prior to today, you could opt out of having your posts used for AI and generative training, but with the new amended terms and conditions, it is impossible to do so. That is right, chat. You can no longer opt out of this stuff here. You have to deal with it. You have to be part of this AI stuff. So you're granted a worldwide non-exclusive royalty-free license to use, copy, reproduce, process, adapt, modify, publish, transmit, display, upload, download, and distribute such content to provide, promote, and preview their services, including, for example, for use with and training of our machine learning and artificial intelligence models, whether generative or another type. Really, really sad, chat. Really, really sad. So this is definitely... A lot of people are very upset by these changes here. Don't want anything to do with Twitter anymore because of this. And so now, chat, you're seeing a absolutely insane mass exodus away from Twitch. Hannah, capturing everybody's thoughts here. A great exodus is upon us. Artists and VTubers, are you traveling to bluer skies above? And this tweet absolutely blew up. But very well captures how everybody feels right now. Now, my question is, isn't this against Apple and Google Play Store in terms of service to actually not allow blocking? I guess it depends on how they define blocking, but nonetheless, I would look at this and be like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's against TOS, right? So everybody, guys, is going to Blue Sky, joining like crazy out here. Here, of course, you can see Blue Sky tweeting up. Over 100 people have joined Blue Sky in the last 12 hours alone. That's absolutely insane. So a ton of people going and joining out there on Blue Sky, guys. Yeah, it's very much against the law in other countries. Very, very crazy stuff. But guys, I do want to let you know, just really quickly, I don't know what this is going to mean for me, but I do want to let you know, I do have a Blue Sky if you guys want to go, follow me. I am on Blue Sky now, so there you go, guys. Go give me a follow and keep up with me. It'll probably be a lot of the same stuff as I post on Twitter, but I did want to let you know that I am over there. But I do want to look at some takes for what people were saying. And I kind of agree here with Amelie because this isn't the first time that we've had this same issue, chat. We have had a lot of, thank you, Sugar Lily. We have had a lot of people, unfortunately, do this exact same thing where we had this mass exodus and then immediately come back. So Amelie, of course, tuning up. Let's be real, guys. We say we're all moving to the new social, and then a week, it'll fade into obscurity again. Unfortunately, Chad, this does always seem to be what happens. This is like the third or fourth time I can think of off the top of my head where this has happened, where we have, of course, been like, oh, we're going to leave Twitter, and then immediately come back. So, because of the AI stuff, I don't know if it's going to be more permanent. I hope that it's wrong. I'm hoping that Twitter will fix their shit. But again, we don't know yet, chat. We have no idea. So it's very important that we all keep eyes, but don't overreact. Wait until we actually get some news of what's going on before we immediately just explode and, leave the website, right? Wait for things to play out before you start leaving Twitter 100%, okay? That's going to be my advice to you about it. So Pirates Offer, of course, tuning up. The new Twitter TOS update is concerning to me. They've added lines allowing content posted to be used in AI training models, specifically calling out allowed use in generative AI. The image on the left is the previous TOS from October 9th. The new one is the one that went into effect on the 16th. The platform's best use continues to be for shitposting. Absolutely, I agree with that. It does really feel like Twitter is just becoming a shitposting place. I mean, that's what I'm going to start using it for mostly, so. Now, chat, there is a really cool plugin. I did want to let you guys know, so for everybody that's over on Blue Sky, there's actually a Chrome extension called Find Blue Sky Users. It will let you quickly find all the people that you follow on Twitter and let you know if they have a Blue Sky account. So I did want to let you know this was going on. Really cool plugin. I'm about to use it when I get off stream today. Really, really nice. Using it works nice. So Twitter is just having a huge exodus right now, chat. Everything is burning down, and we are just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. So I will let you guys know more as this continues. But I think a lot of people will be moving to Blue Sky permanently from this one if it continues. Now, I do want to let you know, Mish G, that is absolutely right when I looked into it. This is all done just so that way there is more revenue generated. With the blocking, or lack of blocking with the generative AI, it's more just for revenue purposes, and that's why we're seeing all these changes, just to be transparent. Yeah, no, absolutely, Haitian. I mean, but again, it is a term of service by Play Stores that you have a way to block users and control your experience. It's part of their TOS, but not following that TOS is obviously very, very problematic. Very problematic. Alrighty, guys, let's go talk about a little bit of content creator news. I finally get through my big stories, which is crazy. Yeah, guys, let's do it here. So talking about some content creator news. And I think really quick, let me look here. Okay, yeah, let's do it. So first up, chat, I do want to talk to you guys about Speed. That's right. Speed actually receiving his play button directly from the CEO of YouTube, giving him that 10 million subscriber diamond play button. Pretty crazy, yep. Yep, I show Speed. So getting that 10 million subscriber diamond and delivered, chat. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Now, if only we could get the CEO to talk to Tyga, then we'd be really good. That's what we need. Come on, CEO, restore Tyga's channel. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, my goodness. Of course, in other news, guys, we got to talk about something going on with Disney. And that's right, guys. Disney just launched a brand new $450 tier of line skipping passes, additional to the park charges. That's right, guys. You can add this $450 tier of line skipping pass on top of your tickets, which is literally absolutely ridiculous. This is such a fucking money grubbing scam right here. Absolutely crazy, chat. Yeah, what the fuck? But I do want to talk about something even cooler going on, which is what's going on at Universal, guys. Yeah, the Mickey drip is absolutely cursed. And Universal has announced their Epic Universe and has set their opening date to May 22nd, 2025, which includes 5 different themed worlds in the park, which is Celestial Park, Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, Super Nintendo World, How to Train Your Dragon, Island of Berk, and Dark Universe. So they did officially announce this. Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. So we'll see what's going on. What's up, Kayser? How are you? Not bad, chat. Not bad. I mean, better than Disney, right? Better than Disney. And some other news as well. I wanted to give a big shout out to HBox. That is right, Hungerbox, getting his first ever 5 million hours statue from Twitch. Big congratulations to HBox on getting that one. Very nice. Vector, you could buy VIP for that much. Just buy a VIP tour for that much. Craziness. In other news, guys, we're going to check in with Markiplier. And Markiplier made a post, but this is actually coming up from Tumblr and a few other places. So a lot of people are actually panicking about The Edge of Sleep, which is his podcast that was adapted into a TV series. It was actually never released until Mark had actually made a movie adaptation of a video game, Iron Lung, He's put a lot of energy into the film. As you guys have known, Markiplier is making that film. We, the public, don't know why. But we do know that some big doors have been locked on the release of Iron Lung. However, some bigwigs somewhere have promised that if this popular alone can put Edge of Sleep in the top 10, a lot of doors will open up for Iron Lung. So kind of a call to action, guys. So go support Edge of Sleep. It was shadow dropped on Amazon Prime. So you guys can go support it. And of course, I believe I actually have a bit of the trailer for that. So definitely a big call to action on this one. So here is the trailer for that, guys. Let's take a look.
That's when the nightmares begin.
It's really good. Okay, I gotta check it out.
Shining bright above you.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree.
Wake me up!
This looks intense. What the fuck?
You good? Oh, come on, let's get you up, man.
This looks crazy. This is on Amazon Prime.
Hey, ma'am.
Oh my god, I gotta watch this now.
Man, I think your daddy's.
Oh, shit.
Hey, we need some help. Why were there bodies in the hallway? What the hell's going on?
Some sort of virus triggered by sleep.
That's impossible, right?
Hello?
I checked every house on the side of the street.
What the fuck? This looks so
Every
good.
single one of them died in their sleep. We gotta leave right now.
Let's hit the whole town.
I know, this is so cool though. Going
long
to
can someone
like
stay
movie
awake
level.
You don't want to stay up past
So
48
cool.
hours. You start
Hey,
seeing
congrats to him.
hearing things. Horrible thoughts start creeping into your head. And then at 72 hours, let's just say you miss how you felt at 48 hours.
Great sales pitch, asshole.
My nightmares, they've been trying to warn us.
Yeah, I gotta watch
They
this.
can protect us.
This isn't some virus. This is
Yeah,
an
I know,
attack.
Sugar Lily.
What?
I don't know. It's something that can kill us in our dreams.
Oh, this ain't good.
Yeah, and I think he financed it mostly himself. Not all of it, but mostly.
Correct me if
So
I'm
this
wrong.
is available to
You
watch now?
believe that some mystical dream cult will protect us.
Pretty much.
Cool.
Man, I gotta watch this. This looks good. What the fuck? We love Markiplier anyway. So anyway, guys, this did get shadow drop. So go check it out. Really, really cool. Let's move on to a little bit of gaming news, chat. Yeah, I got a little bit of gaming news for you today. I was actually surprised by our first story. I didn't realize that this was a big problem, but here we are, guys. Coming up, first up. We have a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Update early days collection release date is actually revealed. So it actually caused a callback and nostalgic release to the old Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. And that was actually, the collection is going to launch on Nintendo with a bunch of the old games on February 27th. Wait, what? Wait, did this already come out? Wait, wait. Oh, okay, got you. This is all the games that it has on here, chat. So it has Duel Monsters, Duel Monsters 2, Duel Monster Stories, Duel Monsters 4, Duel Monsters 6, the Eternal Duel Soul, Sacred Cards, Chef of Destruction. There's a lot of shit in there, chat. So anyway, it is now actually available at retailers for $49.99. So does have Forbidden Memories. I know a lot of people really love Forbidden Memories. It's like a cult classic. Like I said, I didn't want to talk about this particular game, which I had no idea was having issues, and that is Tekken 8. That is right, guys. A lot of people upset. And so everybody else actually addressing it here from the Tekken 8 team, saying, we apologize for not meeting the community's expectations for the playable character year one pass content and the Temple DLC release method. After thoroughly discussing the feedback, the Tekken project team has decided on the following measures. So number one, a playable character year one pass edition. Pass owners will have access to the Winter Battle Stage DLC without needing to purchase it separately. So a lot of people very upset because apparently the characters and the stages were separated. So you get a battle stage DLC scheduled for winter release. And of course, our original content with other people and an avatar skin. And then number 2, Tekken Coins gift. In response to the feedback, which we sincerely acknowledge, we will be offering 500 Tekken Coins to everybody who logs into the Tekken 8 online during the following period, which is October 29th through November 26th. All members of the Tekken project team continue working to improve Tekken 8. We appreciate your feedback. So, pretty crazy, guys. I've never seen Tekken actually respond to something like this, where they've had like a lot of feedback, a lot of criticism, and actually took a lot of action. So, yay, in-game coins, woohoo! So anyway, chat, that's what's going on with Tekken. Another one here, chat, pretty big one for a lot of nostalgic people. Banjo-Tooie. That is right, guys. Banjo-Tooie is coming to Switch Online on the expansion pack. So here is the trailer for it. I think super nostalgic for a lot of people. This just got announced this morning. This is cool though. I mean, I'm down for this. This is cool. Oh, the car thing. I remember people were so mad about that. People were so pissed off about that. Very cool, chat. So, that is out. It just came out today, so very, very cool. Very, very cool. And guys, we gotta talk about a new release, a little bit of a teaser trailer. And that is right, guys. I can't believe this is out, but Subnautica 2 teaser trailer is here. Bro, I'm not playing this. I'm not playing Subnautica. You cannot make me. There's nothing in a million world lifetimes that I would play this. Absolutely not. Yeah, this Subnautica 2. Here's the teaser trailer. Oh my god, I will not play Subnautica. It's too scary. No fucking way. You chicken. Okay, you know what? 100 subs. I'll play Subnautica. I gotta buy the game, guys. Fuck Subnautica. Fuck Subnautica. Subnautica VR. Okay, bet. Okay, bet. 100 subs, Subnautica VR. Right now. This is a limited time offer. I know, it's so scary. It's so scary. It literally scares the fuck out of me. Anyway, chat, Subnautica 2. Very, very cool. Really quickly, let's move on to some anime and movie news. By the way, chat, I know today has been, well, it was meant to be not about VTubers, even though it was mostly content creator, but how have you liked the news today that's been non-VTuber focused? Have you guys liked it? You want me to bring it back in the future? Let me know. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. First up, guys, let's talk about the One Piece. That's right, the One Piece is real, but it's also on hiatus. That's right, Toei Animation confirmed the One Piece anime is going on hiatus until April 2025. So that's right, guys. That is right. One Piece is on hiatus. So let me get some F's in the chat. In other news, guys, Invincible Season 3 is coming very soon. Let's take a look here at the trailer for it.
Oh, hey! We have these things called doors that normal people use all the time. You should try them.
I'm all cut up now. I'm all cut up.
Viltrumites. You should try winning a fight against them sometime.
Okay, too soon.
Oh, got him.
Also, how much does it cost every time you, like, teleport? Isn't that taxpayer money?
Do you know the gross economic output of Liechtenstein?
Not even a little.
More than that.
It's so good, Sugar Lily.
Really irresponsible.
It's been months, Mark. Months since 2,000 retirees got their vacation cruise ruined, and you got your ass kicked by some second cousin of your dad's.
I know, it's so good.
A point.
Hey.
That point being
highly
that she could
recommend.
kick your ass without breaking a sweat.
That's not nice.
Not only that, she promised Mr. 10 times worse was on his way. So what exactly have you been doing to prepare? There's only 8 billion people counting on you.
It's a lot of
been busy.
episodes right
Busy
now.
doing what exactly?
You have like a lot to
Well,
watch.
I've been busy writing, designing, storyboarding, voice acting, key
Hey,
posing.
hey, no, stop.
I love the fourth wall break. That was good.
Who do you think I am? Some
Yeah, it's on
pickle-hating,
time.
one-eyed rube from planet Just Let the Viltrumites win?
I don't think that. What?
No, I bet you don't. And don't even get me started on your little 4-month vacation right in the middle of things. We all sure love that. You have some mayonnaise?
Okay, it was more like 3.5.
This
I had a
is life
moment
or
like
death,
that in the
Mark.
last season. It was so
People
funny.
are counting on you to live up to your obligations. So what
Invincible's
exactly
getting a
are you
game?
doing
Nice.
to get ready for what's coming?
I'm stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. And why I shouldn't leave a 19-year-old in charge of Earth's security. All right, we're taking over your training.
Training? What training?
What training? Okay, how about weightlifting, cardio, speed, damage resistance, flexibility, battle
It's very
tactics,
binge-worthy.
reactions, and
Very binge-worthy.
punctuality.
That's so much stuff. Okay, when is this all gonna start?
I thought you'd never ask.
Come on.
We're a top secret organization, Mark.
What the fuck
and we
is this?
learn from our mistakes.
Well, I need to know when to show up.
Fine. Lights.
Ah.
Oh, February 6th. Nice. Holy shit, that is really soon. Oh my god, they fucking pumped this out. They pumped this season out. What the fuck? The last season just came out. That's crazy. Oh man, that's actually really cool. I'm super excited for that then. And then finally, Chad, I got one more story for you today. And I wanted to talk about something going on here with Spider-Man 4. That is right, we did get an update about Spider-Man 4. So let's take a look here what Tom Holland had to say. It's been a few weeks since we announced that Shang-Chi would direct the next Spider-Man movie. I'm sure you know Destin Daniel. And now the leading star is following suit by dropping a major update. Due to a recent interview on the Rich Bull podcast, Tom Holland was asked about Spider-Man 4, and then a follow-up to the 2021 multiversal epic, which was in No Way Home, which is actually amazing. Yeah, one of the biggest movies of all time. If you haven't seen it, it's really, really good. So he said, we're working now, pedals to the metal. We're trying to get it going as soon as possible, but there's still a lot of moving pieces that need to come together for us to hit the ground running. It needs work, but the writers are doing a really good job. I read about 3 weeks ago and it really lit a fire in me. Zendaya and I sat down and read it together, and we at times were bouncing around the living room. So very, very good update, guys. Looks like some things are moving along for the movie. I know that with Marvel, there's so many moving pieces, right? There's a lot of, story that they have to fit everything into. So we're probably not going to see this for a while if the writing isn't even complete yet. But nonetheless, at least that's some good news that they are working on it. Normally he leaks so much information all the time. So it's actually nice to see him not just like spill the beans about everything. If you guys know anything about Tom Holland, he is constantly just like leaking information out, and everybody's like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? It's always so funny. So are you guys excited for the next Spider-Man movie? I'm a big Marvel person. I love Marvel. I know it is. It's so funny. It's so funny. It makes me so happy. When he does like goofy stuff, I just can't. I just can't. Yeah, they probably haven't even like given him the full story just so he doesn't leak it. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. He's just so passionate and great. Yeah. I really do enjoy him. So, well, chap, I gotta ask you, how did you like the non-Vtuber news today? Was it nice? Is this something you guys want to see again? I thought it was nice to get a little bit of a break, kind of, not have to focus all on Vtuber stuff. I think I want to do this every Friday. I'm thinking of doing it every Friday. If you guys liked it, I'll keep doing it. So it's fun, nice. Good. I'm glad you guys liked it. Well, I think it's something I'm going to continue to do every single Friday. So, be on the lookout for it then, Chad. I think it's something I definitely want to, kind of keep doing. So, yeah, Marvel is kind of dead right now. It's really sad. It's really sad what's been going on with Marvel. So, but I've heard the Agatha show is pretty good. So I'm very hopeful about the future of everything. Yeah, it's a nice palate cleanser, exactly. Especially with everything going on in VTubing. So, well, guys, I want to say thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. We are going to go raid, of course, a new VTuber we've never raided before. I've been doing this all of October, seeing new people in this space. So, guys, we're going to go get a little love to Dad Tookie, who is doing a 24-hour stream. So we want to make sure that we give them some love and support. I thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to all my YouTube people. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Everybody tuning on Twitter, I thank you guys as well. And again, guys, just have a lovely rest of your day. I will see you all